Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We're about to get started, we're very close to getting started. I just need to spread the link to this stream so people can come and watch. I brought Rammy here, don't worry. We'll find a place for him, we'll find a place for Rammy. Rammy will have a place, don't worry guys. Let's see. Share. So how's everyone doing, my fellow gamers? Okay, I'm probably have to load the video. Sometimes they get. Oh my God, YouTube is being very special today. It wouldn't load anything. Come on. I know you. This is ridiculous. Wait, let's try without Wi-Fi. Oh, what do you know? It works better when I'm not on Wi-Fi, which makes no sense. Kinda gets. Now I'm a little bit nervous. Doing all right. Waiting for MK11. Same here. I'm actually kind of excited for it. I'm excited to play as Scarlet the Witch and all that. Not Scarlet the Witch. Whoops. Never do a water park. Wow, dude. So let's do that. Post that here as well. Not in the general place there. Bada bing, bada boom. I also watched. I recently watched the new Justice League movie, the Justice League versus the Fatal Five, which is a movie from what was it? The original Justice League the animated series from the same team. I think the only difference might be the director. I don't know if the directors worked on the show, but it was really cool. It had a nice style to it. I love the style of Bruce Timm. Animation's always really good. If you he does a lot of good shit. TBH. Let's see. Can I put Rammy up here and him would be okay? You can kind of see him. He's kind of chilling there. Yeah, I think that works. Works out. Alright. So we're going to continue on the path of Darksvidil's little trip podcast. Oh, yeah, I should pause this. Okay. I had to pause it on my end. Hopefully hold on, I'm gonna see if the notifications work today. So let's see if they work. Okay. That works. Thanks for the YouTube sub, Aiko Hikari. I should actually put it in the notifications that it's a YouTube sub, but it is what it is. No sympathy for the paypigs. They will die. I guess I know what I'm pirating tonight. It's alright. We're back. Wait a second. I need up the volume. Almost forgot. I saved myself from reading comments saying, Theo, the audio's down, and me being like, oh fuck, I have to redo the whole thing, dude. Sound good?
For a great podcast, everyone who is enjoying themselves, thank you. By the way, thank you to Canadian Doink, who just resubbed for 11 months and said congrats on the wedding. This segment of the show is going to be the trip itself. I'm going to tell you the ins and outs of what happened daily while Kat and I were in Connecticut. What did we do while we were there? How did the wedding go, etc. And you know, everything. Okay?
Everything.
So let's talk. So really the trip started the night before.
How long is
the
this
trip
video?
Started April 6th, my birthday. That was a week ago Saturday. I had finished my stream of Apex Legends with Brian and Kekin, which we had gotten 2 wins.
Whoa!
Outstanding, getting 2 wins in one session.
Cool.
Was pretty damn awesome. And a great way to end my my streaming session right before my birthday, right before this trip. So
I don't know if we're gonna list all the food
night,
stuff, by the way.
I did a lot of work. I had to pack a ton of shit. I had to make sure, checking the flight statuses and everything. Incidentally, it's a good thing I checked because one of our flights, the flight going there,
a lot of work. Now, I've flown a lot in my time. I don't really think packing is that stressful. And for the most part, I kind of pack last minute anyway. Like, for international flights, I try to pack the night before, and it doesn't really take that long. It's like, okay, 7 days, 7 pairs of underwear. I bring 2 extra pairs. You never know. I always bring a little bit more underwear just in case. I don't like sharing. I don't like using the same underwear multiple days. Whatever. That's that. And then I just bring like a few pants, few shirts because I also don't really care about how frequent I wear pants, etc. But you kind of have to. It's very easy. A child could do it. I mean, it's not that hard.
To Connecticut had been changed from a smaller
and going to fucking doing a domestic flight is the easiest kind of flight. That I for those flights I kind of pack the day of, honestly. But whatever, it is what it is.
One on our flight, but because it had our seating assignments had changed, and I had to.
Oh, and that's the other thing I don't give a fuck about. Like, I mostly check in when I'm supposed to. And I just kind of don't care because I know I'm going to the airport anyway, and if whatever happens at the airport. I would much rather go to the airport and find out the update of the flight than finding out the update of the flight before, because I never feel like they're ever accurate when you're not at the airport. I feel like once you're at the airport, you could kind of judge better, get a better situation going on. I think it's kind of dumb to look at the flight status, especially the night after. Like, what are you going to learn from that? Oh, the flight's on time. Well, no shit. They're not going to change it until, like, it's closer to the boarding time. That's kind of when you know you're either going to be delayed or not, is around that time. I mean, sometimes you do it before, but usually it kind of gets close, but whatever.
Change them so that we were sitting next to each other. If I hadn't, we might have gotten shuffled around and not been sitting next to each other on the flight, which would have sucked. Because this is a coast-to-coast flight, and this initial flight from Seattle to Connecticut, excuse me, it was actually to New York. We flew into New York, JFK Airport.
Which is kind of dumb. I think you could kind of look into it, and maybe New York's closer, but I don't know, whatever.
Which is in New York City. It was about 5.5 hour flight. Not be sitting next to each other would have really blew. Okay.
Really blew, yeah. Is that why you wanted to try to get your phone working on the Wi-Fi? Because you really want to spend time with your girl? Very nice.
So I ended up doing that, and just basically doing every little thing I needed to do. We checked last thing with Kat's friend. Kat's friend actually came over that day during my stream, and we gave her friend the keys to be able to come just check on the house and everything while we were gone. And it was a lot of work to do. There was a ton of shit to do.
A lot of work. Hey, Kat's friend, here's the keys to the house. Make sure everything's cool. Oh, okay, cool.
In addition to that, I had to be up very early that morning, the April 7th, Sunday, because our flight was at 11. So that means we had to be up way early to get ready, to get a ride to the airport and check in, because in the United States, they require you to be at the airport 90 minutes prior to your flight.
I can tell you, I think that's somewhat bullshit. You've never traveled with my family, but I mean, my family kind of pushes the envelope with arriving at the airport. We don't go like super late, by the way, but we cut it close, and we always make the flight on time. And even then, no airport's gonna give a fuck. I think this whole you have to arrive this amount early, I think was around the time before we had online check-in, because you have to go through the check-in line, and that's kind of where that probably comes into play a little bit more. But since you have online check-in, you could do it like the night before, and you don't have to worry about being there early. That only benefits people who want to check in at the desk, which no one, well, people still do it, but no one does that anymore. People do it online. I feel like the 90 minutes thing is really for people who didn't check in online. And the 90 minutes thing because I think that's why they only 90 minutes early. They have to get you checked in, they have to do all that stuff, and they don't want people who, let's say, wanted to just get on a flight, and they have to wait through this big line, and then it's like, well, the person who bought the ticket isn't here yet, whatever, but it's like, well, you have 90 minutes to be here. I think it plays a little more into the old way of doing it, but it is what it is.
If you're not, that's it. You get bumped. You can't even get on the plane. You can show up an hour before you're too late. You got to get another flight.
Now, that's also wrong, too. I haven't seen people be bumped. I've seen, now, it's literally, I've been on a few flights that did this, by the way, and it just astounds me. There was one, okay, I'm going to tell you the story. So, I was at an airport, I think I was coming back from Greece at one point. So, I think it was either the Greek airport or it was an airport in France, because we had to add a connection in France. Something like that. It was some place. So I'm sitting, waiting for them to call my plane, and the whole time, the person on the people at the desk for the gate, they're like, all right, our flight is booked. We're gonna really need someone to volunteer to not fly. Not take this flight. We'll accommodate the next flight, but we need someone to volunteer to not be on this flight. And no one responded. So like we kept getting constantly. We really need someone to volunteer to not fly. We really need that. Otherwise, we're gonna have to force people to be off. Please, someone volunteer. Please. Someone eventually volunteered, and then it got to another issue where it's like, all right, we need someone to volunteer to take their carry-on and check the carry-on, because we have no overhead compartments for it. We really need someone to do that. No one volunteered. Look, if no one's gonna step up, we're gonna have to force people to put their stuff away. So, someone better volunteer. No one volunteered, so we're in line, and then someone said, then the person that was scanning the tickets started yelling at every single person. They're like, look, we told you need to volunteer your bag, and no one volunteered. We're gonna take your bag and check it now. We have to do that. We have to. We told people 7 times. And it was constantly upping the anger, the intensity. I was sitting there, I was like, oh my god, I really hope I can just get on and not get yelled at. So, luckily they did not yell at me. I was able to get on the flight without any issues, but it was so awkward. It was so ridiculous. I got bumped to first class on my way back to Delta. Shit was lit with free drinks. Well, I've seen people get upgraded most of the time, but I've not seen people get bumped. I've seen people like volunteer to get off. I mean, I guess that's bumping, I guess, but it is what it is.
Oh my god, sucks. It happened to me once before. I was so pissed off. It cost me so much money to get home.
Causes so much money, man.
So we had all that stuff to do.
Oh, there was another instance that happened to me at the fucking airport. This was a different flight. This was a domestic flight. I was coming back from my college to come home, and I had a connection in Chicago. So the flight kept changing the gates constantly, and in Chicago, the airport's a fucking mess. It's a huge fucking airport. I was going from one side to the other side, all over the place. It was ridiculous. Finally made it to the gate. The steward, the people who were going to the flight, the pilots and the stewardess people were there, and they changed the gate to Florida. And the moment I saw that, I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And all of them had shit-eating grins about it too. By the way, all these fucking stewardess were like, "Yeah," and they booked it out of there. It was O'Hare. I think it was O'Hare, and they booked it. Then we get told later on that the flight was canceled completely, and we were just, and everyone there was like, "What the fuck?" No one told us. All these fucking people that were there, that was fucking with the computer, they didn't tell us shit. They had a shitting grin and ran. So we were like, what the fuck is this? So we all go to the customer service to get accommodated. Funny, the guy in front of me was yelling at the Delta person saying, "What kind of service is this? We're constantly being moved around the airport to different gates, and then we go to the gate. No one tells us the flight's canceled until like an hour later. What the fuck is this?" So I mean, that guy didn't have a good day. So I go up, and I'm like sitting there, it's like, look, I was supposed to be on this flight, got canceled, this and that, and they're like, okay, well, the next flight's tomorrow, and I was like, okay, well, can you accommodate one night at the airport hotel, because years ago that we had a airplane issue, and they accommodated our hotel room during that time, but that was years ago, and that was an international flight. So I was thinking that, oh, they're gonna do the same thing here. So I just asked curiously, like, oh, are you gonna accommodate the place? And the woman kept trying to sell me the idea of sleeping in the airport. Now she could have just said, sorry, we cannot accommodate a hotel room tonight. Sorry. And I would have been like, okay, fine. It is what it is. But the person's like, oh, well, you got headphones. You could kind of go to the booth over there, take a nap, go to sleep there, and you'll be right. You don't have to go through security. And I was like, you could just fucking say no. I don't know. Like, you don't have to sell me the airport. You could just say no, and I could figure it out on my own. I'm not a fucking 10-year-old who doesn't know how to walk around. So that wasn't. I wasn't too happy with the service either. It was a piece of shit, worst flight, and yeah, awful place.
And
I hate O'Hare too. There's a lot of reasons I hate O'Hare.
Like, wow, this is literally the night before our trip. Although we were very apprehensive because we knew what I had raised during my marathons or whatever, and we knew it wasn't enough for the taxes. And we were like, this sucks. Like,
By the way, how did he know it wasn't enough? He said that the estimate was 5,000. Oh, okay, whatever.
This is a situation where we're going to try our absolute best to enjoy ourselves, but at the same time, we're afraid that in the back of our heads, we're just got taxes, and worried about what happens when we come back. Are we going to be told, you didn't pay your taxes, here's an exorbitant amount of money you now owe the government. So it kind of said, we're like, here's a real happy time, but at the same time, there could be, terrible thoughts in your head the whole time.
By the way,
we didn't know what was going to happen.
By the way, right. I love that Kat was the one.
The government. So it kind of said, we're like, here's a real happy time, and worried. We're going to try our absolute best to enjoy ourselves, but at the same time, we're afraid that in the back of our heads, we're just got taxes, and worried about.
I like how Kat is nervous about the taxes, but the taxes are DSP's taxes. Why is Kat worried? She's probably fine with taxes. Okay.
Come back. Are we going to be told, you didn't pay your taxes, here's an exorbitant amount of money you now owe the government. So it kind of said, we're like, here's a real happy time, but at the same time, there could be, terrible thoughts in your head the whole time, and we didn't know what was going to happen. All right. So okay. We woke up that Sunday morning, got ready, got dressed and everything, and finished up packing or whatever. And the thing is, this is a good thing. We only live 15 minutes away from the airport. 15 minutes away. And so we opted that we were just going to get a ride to the airport. We were going to drive and park there. For those who don't know, trying to park at an airport is very expensive. Even if you do like an outdoor lot parking, it could be anywhere like $20 to $50 a day. And we didn't have hundreds of dollars to blow on stupid outdoor parking.
But I thought your parents were paying for everything. They couldn't pay for the parking? Okay.
Get a ride to the airport, so we got a taxi cab.
By the way, why would he get a taxi cab? Why not? Why couldn't one of Kat's friends drive them to the airport?
Taxi cab to the airport. Now, to clarify, not only did my parents pay for this trip, they gave us money to pay for everything during the trip. And it was hilarious because when my mom gave me this money, she had wired this money to me the week before. She said, this money is not for taxes. You don't put any of this money towards your taxes. This is your money.
Great mom. You know what? Now I can see why DSP is bad with finances. It makes perfect sense. It's his mom's fault. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I'm sure his mom would much rather have him fly. Well, actually, I could believe that she would want him to come to Connecticut, but at the same time, she's not. She wouldn't want him to spend any of that money for the taxes. It's kind of selfish. It's kind of fucked up.
For you to spend on everything during the trip and have a good time, and you better have a damn good time. And if I find out you spend any of this money I sent you for taxes, I'm gonna come and beat your ass, basically.
I'm gonna beat your ass if you pay your responsibilities. I'll beat your ass if you do that. Okay? Great. Wow, Mom. I kind of don't believe that, but whatever. Okay.
Basically, is what my mom told me.
By the way, I love. Okay. Okay, hold up. So how? Oh my God, I'm stumbling over this. Okay, so he does these marathons for taxes. He does these events for taxes, like in December, the holiday marathons was for taxes. The Animal 7 money was for taxes. All his money that he was getting was supposed to go for taxes. Oh, I spent them all on bills, dude. I got to pay my basic bills, dude. His mom gives him silly money. I can't spend this on anything. This has to go specifically for this. So how come he's able to put aside silly money, but money that was for the taxes, he couldn't put it towards the taxes at all? Makes no fucking sense. Okay. Tax money goes to no tax. Yeah, it's funny. The money for taxes doesn't go to taxes. It goes to bills and other dumb shit. The money that goes to nothing, that goes to silly shit, that doesn't go to anything. It goes to the silly shit. Amazing.
Okay, so I had some money to pay for taxi and to pay for food and
To pay for
while I was
taxi. To pay for taxi.
So, got a taxi. I'm not even kidding. Taxi ride was probably 16 minutes. $30.
Whoa, $30?
Jesus Christ. $30.
I'm good,
for a taxi
guitar
ride
punk.
to the airport. God damn. Fucking expensive shit. You know, we could have taken like an Uber, but I was afraid if we did that they'd dick around or fuck up. Because, you know, that's basically Ubers are not trained drivers.
He's a fucking boomer, dude. Oh, these Ubers? They're not trained. They'll fuck around. Yeah. Okay, so he's 15 minutes away from the airport. Doesn't sound like it'd be very. It sounds like the Uber would have to try really hard to fuck around. Why would the Uber fuck around? They're getting paid, and they're not trained. What does that mean? They drive, and they do get trained. But okay, they're not trained. You're gonna die if you hop in an Uber. Wow, $30 is expensive, dude. Come on.
Just a normal person. And being that this is a very important trip and we can't miss our flight, I paid for the taxi, okay? So we get
Because taxis, they always... Dude, like taxis literally rip you off. Because they pay by time. Like, that's also really why Ubers took off. For years, because taxis are expensive and they fuck around. The taxis fuck around more than the Uber drivers, and taxis also rip people off more. They try to screw you out of change. They try to give specific payment methods. They're like, oh no, I need this specific bill, whatever. They just take their time to go around stuff because they get paid by time. They're not paid by the distance.
the airport. And I mean, there's no way around it. We had to check a bag. There was no way around it. You know, we have our wedding attire in this. So I had my backpack.
By the way, sometimes, like, most flights offer free checking. I mean, it depends on the weight of the suitcase. But he could have gotten free check-in. He could have gotten a free bag check. Very easy to do that. And of course he went to, well, I have a lot of stuff. It's gonna go over the weight limit. You put some of the stuff in your backpack.
Which I take on all of my trips. It's over a decade old, this backpack. It's so good. I still intact. And for the few times that Kat actually was visiting me before she moved in with me, I gave her that backpack to take on trips to bring her stuff with, which was awesome. So this backpack's been all over the place.
Wow, cool.
And in my backpack,
People
I got
use
my
backpacks.
laptop, some movies and stuff for us to watch, and a DVD player to hook up to the laptop so we could watch like movies and Blu-rays.
Wait, his laptop doesn't have a DVD player? What laptop did he get? What laptop did he get? What kind of laptop doesn't play DVDs? That astounds me. Did he buy it? The only thing that comes to mind is like current year MacBooks. He needs to bring a DVD player. The dude has fucking streaming as well. He has streaming services. He can't bring the streaming. He can't log in. Well, actually, you might have to pay for the internet, dude. You can't have that. Whoops. My laptop doesn't have a DVD CD drive. The one with half tablet. Yeah, but big guy, that's like current year builds of shit. Like around 2013 was kind of when they started not having DVD players. Or when he got that laptop, he had a DVD. It was during the time that every laptop had a DVD player built in. Every laptop did. You would have to like kind of try not to get one. So I don't know what he has. He says it's an old laptop, so I mean, I kind of assume it has to have a DVD drive in it.
Charging cords for.
His laptop's 10 years old, so I don't know how he doesn't have it. Yeah, he has to have one. It's an old laptop. There's no way he doesn't have it, but whatever. Maybe it broke, but I don't know. It's a very, very suspicious.
Our phones and stuff like that. And the very important essentials, like our wedding bands, were in there. Okay.
I love that these are wedding bands. It can't be rings because I guess he's afraid of him sounding like a girl, even though he is a girl. But he's like, oh, wedding bands, they're rings. DSP, you could say rings. No one's gonna make fun of you for it. They're rings. Don't worry. They will always be rings.
So the things that our documentation to get the wedding license was in the backpack that I was taking with me. So God forbid they lose our luggage. At least the essentials to get married are in the backpack. If I have to get married in a fucking Mario t-shirt, I guess I will, as long as I have the things to do it, right? So, checked in for the flight. Had to check the bag. $30, ladies and gentlemen, on domestic American flights. $30 to check any bag on a flight. It's not free anymore.
It is free. Sounds like someone fell for a marketing scheme to me, but I like how $30 is this magical number that's like expensive now. But before, he told us, like back in January, you can kind of find pre-streams of this. He says, well, I'm not going to pay Ace Combat because it's a $60 game. If it was $30, I'd be more willing to take the chance of playing it and trying it out. But now $30 is an expensive price, I guess. Okay.
$30 to check your bag. So we check our bag, and by the way, we're on Delta Airline. And one of the things that we did, we wanted internet on the flight, because we're like, we're not going to sit here for 5.5 hours doing nothing. So we looked into it, and for Delta...
The other thing is that I like how he's complaining. By the way, he complains about the prices of things, but his mom paid for it. So why does he care? No, he took Delta on the way to Connecticut. On the way back, he took JetBlue. But I like how he's like, well, dude, I have to get internet. I have to do this, but this is $30. I can't believe it. But his mom paid for all that. Okay.
You can get internet on the flight, but you have to pay for it. They have free internet that's slow as dirt and doesn't really work very well. Or you could pay.
The free internet only lets you go to their specific website so you can watch movies. The fact that he spent money for internet is so fucking dumb. And I want you to think back. He said, I think when he announced this trip, well, Kat's gonna play my Switch, dude. She's gonna have the Switch. She's gonna play that on the flight. This and that. But instead she starts playing on her phone. Well, I thought Kat's a gamer. I thought she wanted to play the Switch more, and the flight was the perfect opportunity. No, we gotta play mobile games, dude. Because I'm a gamer.
For the high-speed internet, and then you could get it on the flight. So we went ahead of time the night before.
And the other thing is that it's also great that he has all these like portable devices. He has a 3DS, a PlayStation Vita, and a Switch. All of these things, and the Switch is a little more ironic because he fucking shat on the portability aspect of the Switch. He literally has a situation that is like the biggest selling point of the Switch, and he doesn't even want to use it. He would much rather play on his phone on a flight. Astounding.
This is one of the things we did Saturday night.
And by the way, on top of all of this, he's like, oh man, you're probably not gonna hear from me because I'll be on the flight, dude. I'm not gonna do anything. But he made sure he had internet. You can't go on Twitter on the internet. Okay, cool.
We looked up on Delta flights, how do you get in-flight internet? $16 a person, okay? And there's a website you do it. I forgot the website already. I completely forgot it. It might be like Flyfi or something like that, .com. And you have to purchase it ahead of time. So I did. Some of the funds my mom gave me went towards it to get us internet for the flight.
Oh, look at all the stuff he wasted his mom's money on. His mom gave him all this money for him to fly and all that stuff, and he's spending on all this stuff that he doesn't even need to buy. He didn't need a taxi. He could have gone to an Uber. I don't know how he didn't get free check-in. I don't know how that happened. I don't know what he did, but he did something wrong. And then he paid for the internet. He paid for the internet on the flight. That is like the pinnacle of a fucking marketing scheme. The fucking flight also has a built-in display to watch movies on, and this is like a long flight. So obviously, this isn't like a 1-hour flight. This is like a 7-hour flight. So they're obviously gonna let you watch movies and TV shows on the flight. So he didn't think, well, I'll be on the flight. They're gonna have like in-flight movies. I can just fuck around and watch whatever movie. And I'll tell you right now, when I go on flights, I get hyped for that. I fucking love watching the movies that the airplanes have. I love it. You know, everyone that I talk to about this is like, what are you talking about? Dude, you're sitting on a flight, and you have nothing better to do. You might play some games, but you want to take a break. There's nothing better than just, because you're already wasting the time in the flight. What else can you do? I watch a lot of dumb movies that I would not pay money for. I already paid for the ticket for the flight's already paid for. I might as well watch stupid fucking movies. I saw so many good movies last year on the flight. I fucking loved it. I watched a movie called Ingrid Goes West or whatever. That is on Hulu. It is so bizarre and dumb. I fucking love how dumb that movie is. It's about this girl who's addicted to being Instagram famous, and she becomes a stalker. It's so bizarre and weird. I fucking love it. It was such a weird movie. I highly recommend it if you have time to kill and you want to see a dumb movie. Check out Ingrid Goes West. It is beyond description of how dumb that movie is. I fucking love it. The other one I saw was Happy Death Day, and that one was actually, that movie low-key surprised me. I thought I was gonna leave that movie hating it. I love that movie as well. It knew what it was. It knew it was dumb, and it fucking was like, fuck it. It's about this guy that comes after the same girl, kills her on her birthday, she relives the same event, and it's fantastic. And the ending was so good. It was the biggest fuck it ending. I love it. let's see, our in-flight movie will be Titanic and that Alive and Falling Sharknado. Oh, I'm sorry, it won't be Sharknado. It will be 3 Days of Night. Was actually good. I like that movie. I actually liked 3 Days of Night, the first one at least. The second one movie they did was complete trash.
And I bought 2 passes and gave them my email address. All right, here's the email address to send the passes to or whatever for this in-flight internet. Great, sounds good, right? So
Sounds
it was
good.
like $32, I think, for both of us. We'll both have internet for the whole flight, 6+ hours. You know, it's worth it, so we're not bored. So we go through security. No issues in security. Everything's good. You know, go through security. Now they make everyone at the airport take off your shoes. You got to take your electronics out of your backpack, put that in a separate thing. Take your belt off. Got to put that on the flight. You're basically naked going through this fucking thing now.
Yeah, you're naked. No shoes, no belt, you're naked. Fun fact, you can bypass that by getting TSA pre-check. That is a thing. You can get it. You can get TSA pre-check. You might have to do some research on how to get it. I kind of don't understand it myself. I just kind of get it when I get my ticket, but you can get it. It is a thing.
We get through it, no problems. So we go inside the terminal, and now we check the bag and everything, and now we have about an hour until they start boarding for our flight. And we're like, well, we're going to do this smart. We're going to eat before we get on the flight. Why? Because on flights now, they don't offer real meals anymore. They don't. Usually when you get on a...
They don't? Wrong. They do. I don't know about flights like from Seattle to New York. I would probably assume they would. It's 7 hours. I mean, they probably give you, like, something. But... well, I don't know, international flight's a little bit longer, so, I mean, the international flight, they give you a fucking meal.
Flight now, they offer you, like, a snack box of, like, crackers.
Yeah, it does depend on the flight.
Cheese, or they'll offer you, like, a sandwich that's, like, way over, like, a $14, you know, sandwich that's something that, you know, you could have made at home, and it doesn't taste like anything, it's, like, flavorless. So, we wanted to get food before we got on the flight, so that way at least we knew we wouldn't be starving. The other thing was... we weren't touching down until, I think 9 p.m. Eastern time, because there's a big time zone difference. We live on the West Coast. Eastern time, which is Connecticut time, is 3 hours later. So our flight wasn't going to even land till 9 p.m. Now, you guys might not know this. In Connecticut, on a Sunday night, everything closes at like 5, 6 o'clock. Very few places are available.
No. Fast food places are always open.
For food that late.
But okay.
And we were like, man, we're going to have to get some food in us before we get on this flight, because if we don't, we're going to be hungry the whole flight. We're going to have some snacks, we'll try to eat that. Then when we get off the flight, we're not going to be able to get any good food.
The other thing is that JFK has restaurants too. He could have gone to the JFK airport to eat. There's a lot of options he could have done, but...
right? So... we went to the food court area for the terminal that we were in Seattle Airport. And there were a few mostly fast food, you know, McDonald's and shit's in there. Like, we're not going to get that.
Ugh, McDonald's. No, we're not going to get that. We're going to go to the Ritzy restaurant because, I mean, because I'm a big baller. I have Mama Burnell's money. We could go to the Ritzy place.
That's just what we need. Gas and have to shit on the plane, right?
Every food makes you shit, dumbass.
So we find this place. I think it was called like the African Cafe or something.
I don't like JFK either. I like the Boston airport. The Boston airport's a lot better. It's a little bit more organized. It's also easy to get to. I don't know. I like the Boston airport a little bit more.
Basically, what it looked like was decorated like a safari. Like there was like tiger stripes
restaurants,
and you know it looked like you were in like a hut or something. I'm like, what kind of stuff could they have? They have a big sign out front serving breakfast. So it was like 10 a.m. We're like, great, let's get some breakfast. We sit down. No one's coming. What the hell? There's other people here who are being waited on. So we sit down. We're like looking around.
Oh my god. Like, all this needless information.
Finally, I'm not even kidding, like 10 to 15 minutes later, a guy walks up to us and says, oh, are you being helped? No, we're just waiting. What's going on? Oh, shit. Hold on. He goes to the back, and so he has a woman, an Asian woman, comes out to serve us.
An Asian woman. She's Asian, and she's a woman. Just so you know, avoid them, dude. Sound good?
Very, very broken English. This isn't surprising for airport stuff. She's like, she barely speaks English.
Wow. What the fuck does that do with that? Broken English! Oh my god, I can't believe... Obtrusive. Galf. Frag.
She says, oh, what do you want? I was like, oh, we want some breakfast. Oh, we don't do breakfast. There's a sign right there. Oh, we only do breakfast till 9 a.m. Then why do you have a sign right there that says breakfast? Oh, and she walks and turns the sign around so it doesn't say publicly serving breakfast anymore. And then comes back to us. What do you want? Okay.
Oh my god, man.
So she gives us these.
I love that everyone that slightly inconveniences Dark's Fidel, they get fucking shat on hardcore. And yeah, it's pretty low key racism. I mean, I don't think it's like the malicious kind. It's just like that you say it and you don't think about it kind of racism. Like that's kind of like you say it and you don't really think that it might come off that way. It's that kind of stuff. It's like your grandpa says something and you're just like, oh my god, grandpa, this is current year, dude. And he wonders why we call him a boomer.
Menus. And basically this place is kind of like bar food. So it's like nachos and shit. Oh,
bar food at an airport? What? Wow.
That's just what I want.
Okay, this is gonna be a story. So it's not necessarily an airport. We went to a museum, but same idea. When you go to an airport, the one thing you kind of go in expecting or knowing is that you're not gonna get meals that are like you're not gonna get a fucking steak. They might offer it, but you're not gonna get good shit. So it's best to go for foods that are like safe. Like, I probably would have gone for the nachos because they're chips. Chips are very easy to deal with. Stuff like that. I would try to kind of, maybe a salad. As long as, and I try to get, like, no mayo on it. Just salad. Maybe no dressing. I don't know, something, whatever. I would try to get something that I know is very easy to make and that's not something intricate. So, we were at a museum. It was me, my mom, my dad, and their friends. And we go, and we're like, so my parents' friend was like, oh, I'm hungry, let's get something to eat. So we decided to eat at the museum cafe. So we're ordering, I don't remember what me and my parents ordered, but their friend ordered a steak, or like a prime rib or something, that was on the menu. So they give her the meat, and she cuts it, and she asks my mom, and this person, by the way, is very, 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 very high maintenance. She's kind of annoying, but whatever, it is what it is. So, and she's also hypochondriac as well. Like, she is, whatever. It is what it is. So, she asks my mom, and me and my dad are on the same page. Like, so she says, oh, do you think this is raw? Do you think this is fully cooked? And my mom tells her, no, that doesn't look cooked enough. So she says that, and then she starts calling the waiters to come and says, can you reheat this? And she keeps doing this. And it got to the point where she called the manager. She started complaining and making a scene about the steak, and me and my dad were just like, she should have said yes. Why? She should have said the meat is fine. Why did my mom have to be honest about it? Because, like, it was this whole thing, and it's like, you went to that's not a... I didn't say anything about race about her, Fred. You're adding stuff to my story. I don't appreciate that, dude. This has nothing to do with race. This is just me saying that she got something that she ordered, and then my mom told her that it wasn't cooked. And then she starts going this, because it's just, she went to a museum cafe. I mean, why would you order, let alone, why would you order something that you would probably want a restaurant to cook? I mean, that's the moral of the story. Stop Shaming your mom's friends. Well, it is what it is. Fine. I'm sorry I told the story. Jeez. Wow, next time I'll never tell any stories. Thanks, Wes.
Full plate of loaded nachos before I go on a 6-hour flight. Sounds great. Just a good idea. So, the only thing that, like, looked normal, they had a couple sandwiches, so Kat ended up getting this, like, Italian chicken sandwich, and I got, like,
Italian chicken sandwich.
Now,
dude, Kat's becoming Italian. Oh, no.
Read the description of these items. It makes you hungry. Your mouth watering. Like, you read the description.
By the way, why was nachos such a bad idea? He was very, aggressive about it. Oh, yeah, nachos. Yeah, we eat nachos. Ugh. He was so upset about nachos being on the menu. Okay.
That sandwich is like a flame-grilled, delectable, marinated chicken breast with provolone cheese and, some kind of vegetables and a delicious aioli sauce on a ciabatta bread. And with your choice of side of this or that. Wow, it sounds...
Wow, dude. A menu at a restaurant tries to describe the food and make it sound delicious? That's fucking stupid. You know what? This is how DSP would run a restaurant. The menu would say, we have pasta of Burnell, whatever. And this has pasta, tomatoes, sauce. Wow. I'm definitely going to that restaurant. Like, what was it? What did he want from the menu? To say, oh yeah, this is shit, this is garbage, or to say like, or just describing the food without any like saying delicious? Oh yeah, okay. Shut it down. You're stealing DSP's possible abuse. Wes was the Greek, being racist towards the real Greeks. I am a real Greek, Novakin, you piece of shit. Wow.
Sounds good. Oh my god, it's like $15 for this fucking thing, but it sounds so good, right? Mine was like, I wanted turkey. So it's like, slow smoked turkey breast, with delicious cheddar cheese and a hand mixed garlic aioli mayo on a delicious hoagie roll, and it's like choice of either.
He's shitting on all of this, but every time he describes his fucking sauce, I make it by authentic Italian sauce. I made it organically. I like the store-bought sauce. This is like organic, homemade Italian sauce. When I eat my fucking sauce, I feel Italiano, dude. But a restaurant does it? Fucking stupid. Okay.
Chips
What's his
or
back, dude?
Fries, and I'm thinking, chips sounds good. Maybe they have like their own homemade, some restaurants make homemade chips.
Oh.
That would be really good. So we wait. I'm not even
let me guess, they gave him a bag of chips because it's a fucking airport restaurant? Yeah, airport restaurants are top of the line restaurants. People just go to the airport just for the restaurants. Obviously.
Probably about another 15-20 minutes for sandwiches. The ingredients are made already. 15-20 minutes for sandwiches. The food comes out. She puts it
How does he know that the ingredients is already pre-made? What?
In front of us. I'm looking at it. I'm like, this doesn't even look as good as the sandwich I make at home. When I make myself lunch sandwich at home, it looks better than this.
Sure.
So Kat's comes out.
Why didn't you take a picture of your food
chicken
then?
Breast, you could tell they didn't cook it. It's basically microwaved. So it has those fake grill marks painted on it. It's like a frozen shitty chicken, but rubbery. And like...
Dude, it's like they run a restaurant that gives you fast food at a decent amount of time so you can make your flight. Whoa, crazy. Why would an airport restaurant do that? They should take their time when they cook food. No one would ever complain about that.
A single piece of cheese and like a smidge of dressing, nothing else. Mine is like a shitty ass, they say hoagie roll. It's not. It's like a small mini hoagie roll with like maybe 5 pieces of sliced turkey. No flavor. The turkey is completely flavorless. The cheese, they said, it was like garlic aioli mayo. No, it was just regular mayo. That they barely put any on this fucking thing. Okay? So
I thought you were supposed to be eating healthy though, buddy.
Flavorless
Why
food.
are you eating stuff with mayo?
I could have been eating cardboard. It didn't taste like anything. Oh, the chips. Oh, the chips is a bag of fucking potato chips. It's like the discount. I'm not even kidding. The discount potato chips that you get at the store for like 25, 30 cents, the cheapest possible ones. A bag of potato chips. And it was hers was like 15, mine was like $16. What the fuck? So we ate it because we just wanted food in us. Like, this is airport scam, man. Airport scam. They say, oh, it makes it sound so good.
It's not the airport's fault that you fall for marketing schemes, Phil. Fucking boomers, man.
And bland, flavorless fucking food that you could have made at home for $2, and you go to the airport to eat it, and you get completely ripped off.
Wah.
Yeah. Oh, African Cafe my ass. It was so great.
African Cafe my ass. Okay. You know, you can't fool DSP. By the way, hold up. If it was an African cafe, why did they have Italian food? This is an African cafe, dude. Oh, I wanted something from Italy. From an African cafe.
There we go. Sit
Very nice.
For the plane or whatever. No problems. There we go.
I mean, why not? Like, I probably would have gone to McDonald's, honestly, but whatever.
And in reality...
But then again, I usually eat at home before I go even to the airport.
We lucked out. Remember I told you the plane had changed. Originally, the plane was going to be a smaller plane, and they upgraded to a bigger plane. The plane was one of the 3-row planes. You know, there's different planes. Sometimes you have 2 rows of seats with a middle aisle. Well, this plane had 3 rows, 2 side rows of seats that were 2 seats each, and then a center row of 3 seats with 2 aisles. We ended up getting 2 of the side seats, so Kat had window and I had aisle, and we were by ourselves. We didn't have to deal with anyone sitting with us, which was really good. And in some kind of a crazy-ass surprise twist, the flight wasn't overbooked. There were empty seats. I haven't been on a flight.
Empty seats, dude? It's almost like he traveled during a time where there was no holiday or vacation or anything. Whoa. This shocks me. This shocks me.
In the United States of America, that wasn't overbooked in over a decade. I couldn't believe it. I seriously couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit, there's room on this flight. So, you know, when the plane went up, you could actually get up, walk around. The plane wasn't overcrowded with annoying people or nothing. Like, the flight was actually pleasant.
I like how you could walk around. Like, you could walk around even in a booked flight. He makes it sound as if, like, if you're in a booked flight, like, everyone's, like, stacked on the floor in the aisles and you can't walk around. You can, but okay.
Holy shit. I couldn't believe it.
By the way, then why did they upgrade you to a bigger plane? Whatever.
Actual pleasant flight. So, we're flying. And no, it wasn't first class. It was coach. It was just said, did you fly first class? No, we didn't fly first class. My parents aren't rich. But for those who
they just paid for the taxi, the internet, the African cafe, the flight to and from, not rich, and the taxes. Whoops, spoiler.
Don't know. First class is insanely expensive. When my parents flew here last time, my parents looked into flying first class because my mom has back and leg issues and thought maybe first class would be really good for her. So the regular plane ticket was $400. First class was $1,600. So my parents decided against that. And no, we didn't fly first class. That's insane. Okay, so we're on the flight.
I like these weird growl burps.
Delta has a really nice quality TV screen. That's in.
Oh yeah, yeah, guys. Their screen is amazing. It's so good. It's like an 8K TV.
And so you can track your flight. So we messed around with that for a bit. Finally, we're like, okay, we're at the height we want to do. We want to mess with our phones, get on the internet, maybe play some mobile games or whatever. So they did have charge.
You know, gamers. You know, the gamers want to play phone games, not play on their Switch. And I guarantee you, what happened is that he left the Switch in his little office. Cat's like, Phil, can I take the Switch? No, it's a business expense. I can't afford you losing. I mean, I can't afford the airline losing the Switch, Cat. But I'm gonna hold on to it, Phil. No. If we lose the Switch, I lose the business.
Charging, but the charging was USB only. It didn't have power sockets on this plane. It was USB charging. So I brought...
Wow. Because, you know, especially iPhones, guys, they never give you a lightning cord ever. And they only give you a plug that goes straight into the wall. They never give you a USB cord at all, so it's very, very rare to find a USB cord for the iPhones. I don't know how it is for Samsung. It might be even harder for them because, I mean, their phones explode too, so I don't know. It's a mystery.
I bought my charging cable. I plugged it in. We started plugging it into our phones. We're like, it says it's charging, but it's not going up. It was the slowest charging I've ever...
Okay, is he like plugging in like... Oh god, the battery... Okay, oh, it's growing, dude. Who fucking cares? And by the way, phones charge faster when you're not using them and they're plugged in. They're trying to connect to the internet. They're trying to fuck around with the phone. It's not going to charge lightning fast. No phone, whatever.
I've ever seen in my life. Like maybe every 15 minutes, it would go up 1%. So even if you were charging your phone...
Whoa, dude. They're on a flight that's 6 hours and it goes up 1% by 15 minutes. Dude, that's pointless. Why bother charging the phone then, dude? If you have to wait 15 minutes for 1% to rise within 7 hours, that's like what? You can get like what? 70%? Ugh, what's the point?
If you were using it, the battery would go boo way fast because the charger basically didn't really charge it at all. It was like the slowest trickle of energy we'd ever seen. So
okay,
I had bought those internet passes I had told you guys.
Yeah, the battery would just go down, dude. They have screens, they have in-flight movies. We don't care about that, so we just want to go on the internet because that's what you do.
It's about because they're called Fly-Fi internet or whatever. So we go to do it. And I'm trying to figure it out. It's a little, I'll be honest, it was a little complicated to try to figure this thing out.
Okay.
You could connect to the internet for free, but you wouldn't do data. It was only like messaging or checking emails. It wouldn't allow you to like play a game or anything. It wasn't enough data to do that. So it was a good thing that we had paid for this internet ahead of time because we went and looked. If you didn't buy it before the flight, it was $40 a person to get internet on this flight. $40 a person for 5 hours of internet? That's $8 an hour. That's more expensive than checking our luggage.
Dude, it's like it's a marketing scam. Whoa, maybe the airlines also kind of expect that if you're going to be in a flight for more than 1 hour, you'd have your own form of entertainment. Man, if only DSP had a device that could play games on the go, like a PlayStation of sorts or a Nintendo device or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Nintendo or Sony ever ventured into portable game systems. I don't know.
$40 a person. $40!
$40!
So thank God we had bought it ahead of time. Alright? So I go to set it up. I'm trying to figure it out. Like I said, it's a little complicated. You had to go to a certain website, do a login here and there, and I'm dicking around with it. The other
sounds so complicated. So it sounds like you just have to sign into the Wi-Fi, go to your email, because that allows you to go to your email, click the link in the email, sign in there, you're done. Doesn't sound that hard, but okay.
It needed a Delta account, and I didn't know this, but I already had a previous Delta account, probably from a flight like 10 years ago. Remember when I was flying everywhere for conventions and E3 and all of that?
By the way, when you do flights through Delta and you have a Delta account, you rack up Sky Miles. Sky Miles, by the way, can go towards your fucking tickets. I've used my Sky Miles to go on flights before. I actually, like, for New Year's, I visited my friend in college, my college friend, for New Year's. I used my Sky Miles to pay for, like, a percentage of the ticket. And I paid the rest, but, you know, it was a percentage of it. DSP didn't even know he had a Delta account, so he has all those miles that he's not using. all those miles, and that's just sitting there. And he did a lot of flying, apparently, that he could have used. Okay.
Yeah, well, apparently I had a Delta account already, but I didn't know. So I had to go to, like trying to figure out what my old email password was and everything, and it took me a while. I figured it out. So I log in.
Oh, so the complicated part was on his end.
And I get one of the passes working. Okay? Oh, it's working. So I sync my phone to it. I go to play my games, and my mobile games. They work. Oh, wow, the internet actually works.
Wow.
So this is working well. This is exciting. Now we can, Kat plays a couple games on her phone. And I only play one, but, this will be fun and exciting. We'll get to do some fun stuff on the flight with our phones. Maybe check the internet or whatever. And no, I didn't pay the $40. No. I didn't pay the $40. We had paid the $16 the night before. Remember, I just said we had bought it the night before.
Remember, I just said I did that.
$40 a pop for internet. So I log mine in. So then I try to get Kat's phone working.
I love that Kat can't do it. Oh, Phil, can you put me online? Okay, buddy. She can't do anything, I guess. Poor Kat.
Well, guess what? We got screwed. Here's how we got screwed. When I bought the 2 internet passes, I used the same email address, okay, for both passes. Well, guess what? The way that this system works, it's 1 pass per email.
Oh my God. Oh, God. Alpha male dark, ladies and gentlemen. Cat apparently can't. He can't eat. Okay. For some reason, he can't have the pass go to her email. It has to go to his email. He's so controlling, apparently. Something must have. I don't know. He was kind of like that with Leanna too. No. Sniper Kat has to have an email. She has to, because she has a YouTube account and a Twitch account. You cannot have a Twitch account or a YouTube account without an email. She has to have an email. She has to. She also has a Twitter account. She has to have a email account. But DSP cannot have her have any semblance of individuality with him at all. At all.
Okay, if you try to get a second phone, it doesn't work. It only works 1 at a time per email. So even though I bought 2 passes, since I had associated them with 1 email address, we could only get 1 phone to work at a time. Because I tried logging both in, and it wouldn't work. It would kick the other phone off the internet. So basically, only one of us had internet at a time. So I played my game for an hour. Oh, okay, I'm going to charge. Then she would play her game for an hour. Oh, okay. So we went back and forth. But it was fine. We had stuff to do. We watched a little bit of the TV.
Then why did you pay for the internet, dumbass?
Played our games for a little bit. What about the Switch? I thought Kat's a gamer. Didn't she play the Switch? What games did she play? Oh, no, that the Switch had to be left in the office. Had some snacks. I would say on the Delta flight, the snacks were okay. By the way, they were complimentary, and I should commend Delta on this. Complimentary, decent-sized snacks.
Complimentary, decent-sized snacks. I mean, maybe they do a little bit more, because when I do a domestic flight on Delta, they just give me a bag of pretzels. So good, man. A bag of pretzels.
You had a choice between, I think it was like a corned beef sandwich, a veggie wrap, or a box of cheese.
Oh, look, he was
like nuts
not hungry,
and cracker
dude.
snacks. And was there fruit? There was fruit. What kind of fruit was it?
Apple. Probably apples.
Apples and grapes. That's right. So it was like some apple slices.
Most basic
grapes,
fruits.
Sea salt crackers, and 3 kinds of cheese. It was like white cheddar, regular cheddar, and like pepper jack. It was pretty good. I'll admit it. It was actually pretty good. And it was free. So I was like, I'm not going to complain about that at all. I was pleased. because I was a little hungry. We had already eaten the shitty flavorless sandwiches before we got on the flight, but it was actually not that bad, okay? So we ate this, and, you know, we had fun. We played our games, whatever. We were good. And then when the flight got off, the flight, surprisingly enough, the flight arrived early. Our flight arrived an hour early. We're like, this is great. We're actually here at 8 instead of 9. This will give us extra time. Maybe we can actually get out and get food quick.
Food.
Oh, no. We definitely shouldn't have expected that. We landed at JFK. Those who don't know, JFK Airport is in New York. There's 2 airports in New York, LaGuardia and JFK. They're the 2 worst airports in America. That's no exaggeration.
No. Well, I mean, it's bad, but O'Hare is pretty bad, too.
Booked. One of the most inefficiently run airports I've ever been to. Both of these. They're both terrible. We landed JFK. Well, folks, the good news is we got here an hour early. The bad news is we were just told by JFK we have to wait an hour to actually deplane because everything's backed up and they don't know what they're doing, so we can't get to a gate yet.
Yeah, they said they don't know what they're doing.
So we literally just fucking sat there doing nothing for an hour because JFK sucks. There's no other explanation. They're just inefficient at what they do. They're terrible.
They're terrible, but the thing is that could also be because flights are delayed. They might have been late. They might whatever. But whatever. Okay.
Oh, we got stuck on the plane. Then we got out of the plane and we had to get our luggage. We got our luggage, and luckily our parents arranged for a ride for us from the airport to Connecticut. And the driver of our ride was a resident of Connecticut who knew about places. He knew about places that were for food in Connecticut where we were going to be staying. And so we told him where we were staying. He's like, "Oh, what about this place? This place?" And we're looking.
Well, if he's on Delta, they take him to the Delta terminal. Like the thing about JFK as well is that Delta wanted to be special and have their own building, so he probably went there because Delta is special.
Up on our phone, closed at 9 p.m. Closed at 8 p.m. They don't deliver. One place we actually were ordering. We were fucking ordering a whole thing. We wanted to get a pizza delivery and everything. We're ordering
Pizza,
and we clicked to pay. Oh, we don't deliver past 9 p.m. And we're like, oh, fuck. Because we weren't going to get to the hotel till around 10 o'clock. Okay. So, finally, we arrived at our hotel at 10 o'clock. This is a funny story. So, the hotel we were staying at was one of 3 hotels on the same road right fucking next to each other. And even we got fooled. The guy the driver in the car has a GPS. And he's using the GPS to get us to the hotel. And he goes to drop us off. It says it's right here. And we're looking. We're like, well, the sign right there says this is the name of the hotel. We go inside. They say, welcome, you know, your name and everything. They look us up in the system. They say, oh. And he looks at me, he looks back down, looks at me again, he goes, what hotel are you staying at? Tell him the name of it. He goes, you're number 12 for the day. Number 12 what?
Oh, okay.
Number 12 person dropped off at the wrong hotel. The hotel you're staying at is right next door, but because their sign is the same driveway as ours, everyone goes into our hotel thinking it's the right one. It's not. You're next door. So, okay. So,
wow,
we
so
grab
funny.
our luggage, you know. We have to go. We walk.
Yeah,
down
but they're
the
gonna keep doing this.
Driveway down.
They type in his name, says no name. They're like, they do that because that's obviously what you do when the information is like very
further down,
straightforward. But okay.
Into this hotel that is our hotel, and check in, and we go upstairs to the hotel room, and the hotel room's nice. Now, some people are gonna say, why a hotel room? Why not stay with your parents? 2 reasons why. The first is my parents' house is tiny. It's not big at all. And I lived there my whole life. And since I moved out...
It's tiny, but it was able to house him and his cousin. Yeah, he remember, he had a cousin live with him that was like his sister to him or something. Or some shit like that. And that was fine, but...
was converted. All the rooms were converted into other things. One room is my dad's office where he has all his equipment. The other room is a room for the cats, where the cats sleep. There's literally not a spot in the house for us to stay.
They can't tell the cats to get the fuck out. So if the cats like sleep in the living room or something, the cats are gonna like fucking revolt. Okay.
So there's no room in my parents' house for us to stay. From the get-go, the plan was for us to stay in a hotel because my parents knew
the cats are gonna revolt. This is bullshit.
Um,
Why is there a pig in my room? God damn it, human dad. Fuck you. The cats are gonna revolt, dude.
Number 2, because this was actually a
wedding
no,
night.
not, oh my god, people are saying cat's room. It's a room for my parents' cats, not cats. Not my wife's room.
My wife.
My parents' cats. They have 3 cats, and I'm going to tell you all about them.
We only saw one. He didn't want to take pictures of the other 2. The other 2 are personal information.
But anyway, number two, this is our wedding week, right? We want a room where we can actually spend time with each other. And not, we're in our parents' house awkwardly when we're getting married. You know what I mean? Like, my parents knew that. They were like, no.
We're gonna fuck, guys. You know, we're gonna fuck. Yeah, sure.
You gotta have your own place. You know, you gotta have your own room. There's no way your wedding week you're gonna want to be with us. You know, and it was fine. We got the room. We go into the room, and the room was nice. It was, by the way, very funny. So my parents had said, why don't you stay at this one hotel that they knew it was a little bit closer to them. The hotel they wanted us to stay at was considered a business hotel. It had tiny rooms, no amenities, meaning there was no microwave, no real fridge, just a mini fridge, shitty bathroom, okay? And they had...
What hotel do you stay in that has to have a kitchen? You're there for a week. Why the fuck do you need a kitchen? I thought you want to spend time with your parents. They're on their vacation. Cat, you gotta cook, okay?
They had breakfast we had to pay for every day. Versus the hotel we found.
Okay, why not go to your parents to have breakfast? For a guy that wanted to spend time with his parents before they die and he has to say goodbye to them, he really found ways to not spend time with them. Like, he put effort to not do that. That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
A little bit further away.
I mean, it's one thing if, like, you go to a hotel and they offer a free breakfast. That's one thing, because you're gonna fucking take that. It's a hotel breakfast. Fuck it. Use it. But if you're gonna stay at a hotel, because this is probably what his parents were thinking, but I guess they underestimate the stupidity of their son. But they probably thought, well, they can stay at a business hotel, spend some time there, but then they can just come over here to have like breakfast and dinner or whatever. They can find other ways to get food because we gave them money for the trip, and we're here. They can spend time with us for these meals. Great. They don't need this. They don't need a ritzy hotel, dude. No. No, Mom. I need to go to a ritzy hotel. I need my breakfast, okay? I need my hotel tier breakfast, okay? Great son. Great son. Have him pay top dollar instead of, trying to be affordable with it. That's very nice.
Okay, but it was considered a residence hotel. What that means is that this hotel has the things you want. It has a fridge. It actually had a full kitchen, which we didn't need, but we did actually make use of the sink and the oven while we were there.
Why?
Dishwasher, which is hilarious. They have actual plates, utensils, and things, because we knew we were going to be there for a week and we were going to be eating out. We were going to have leftovers.
Look how, like, fucking ritzy this sounds. I have never been to a hotel that had a fucking kitchen. I've never been to one. Ever. God damn. A big baller here. Well, I can't listen to this unlikable wretch spout lies and half-truths. Ciao. Okay.
We were going to eat them later, right? And the fridge was perfect because we stocked it up with water and drinks. So when we were there at night, we could
the only time I've seen that is like you do an Airbnb. That's the only thing I can kind of see.
Rather than, oh man, now you're stuck in a hotel, there's nothing there. Order fucking... By the way, this hotel didn't do room service. There was no in-house restaurant.
Why?
So basically, we knew we were going to have to be going around grabbing supplies and stuff, okay?
Grabbing supplies. I thought... Why don't you spend time with your parents?
We go to the hotel. Very nice hotel. And the bummer is, we arrive at the hotel exactly at 10 p.m., everything good is closed, and we're hungry now because all we had eaten during the day was we had that terrible sandwich at the airport that tasted terrible, and then we had a box of cheese and crackers, basically.
Not really uncommon in North
Our
Carolina.
stomachs are going hungry, and we're desperately looking for someone.
You could just say we were hungry. I don't know why it has to be like.
So guess where we had to eat? Of all places, we fly to Connecticut, the hotbed of Italian and seafood cuisine on the East Coast.
The hotbed of seafood and Italian cuisine. I wouldn't say Connecticut is a hotbed for Italian cuisine. Connecticut, I think Connecticut is more of a melting pot of culture than I don't know about the Midwest that much. I've been there once, I can't really say, but I would say like Connecticut and like the coastal areas are just culture pots. They have all kinds of cultures. Like, you know, near me, there's like a Middle Eastern themed restaurant that serves Middle Eastern foods. They also serve Greek food. There's a Greek restaurant that also opened up. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna call this Greek cuisine, like a hotbed of Greek cuisine either, but I wouldn't say it's a hotbed for Italian cuisine. That seems a little too generous to the Italians.
To the United States, where did we eat the first night there? Domino's Pizza.
Clown mode. By the way, wrong. He picked the wrong one. He should have been the cheesy one. Should be that, but okay.
It was the only thing open on a Sunday night. There was literally nowhere else who could deliver food, and there was no food to buy because there's no in-house restaurant.
By the way, if he's getting authentic, real Italian food at places that do delivery, I kind of think if you want like authentic food as much as you can in America, you want to go to like a restaurant. Like, you have to eat there kind of deal, not a place that does takeout. In my opinion, like there's a Euro place near me that I went to, and it's awful. It's not really Euros, trashy place. It even has an ugly aesthetic. It's trash, terrible. I would not recommend it. They used to be one thing, and it was fine when it first opened. It was like, okay, this is kind of Greek. It's kind of authentic. It's a little big portions, but it's fine. And then like, over a few years, they changed ownership, and they changed the style of the restaurant completely, and it looks fucking awful. So, and the food there is awful, too. It was terrible. Terrible place.
We had to fucking buy Domino's fucking pizza. So we ordered the Brooklyn-style Domino's pizza, which is a joke. All it is, instead of regular Domino's pizza crust, they try to flatten the pizza out and make it look like a New York pizza. It's not. It was hilarious because Kat's eating, and she goes, I mean, I'm hungry, so I'll eat this, but why is this pizza so goddamn salty? I said, because it's fucking Domino's. It's gross. This is nothing like I'm going to eat here for the rest of this week. If anything, I said, here's how we should treat this, right? This is the worst meal we're going to have all week. The absolute fucking worst.
The fucking babies. This is not. Oh my god, this isn't food. Oh, this isn't food. Oh my god, really, Domino's. Really? You just fucking eat the Domino's and shut the fuck up. Why are you like babies about it? Like this is stuff that I could see like children do, and this is stuff that like this is how children react to food. Oh my god, this isn't fucking authentic Italian pizza. Oh my god. Okay.
There's no way you could have worse than this. So treat this as the worst.
Yeah, you can. You actually can, Phil.
The rest of the week will be better than this. So it was bad, dude. All right.
Well,
so
you could always eat trash.
We're here in Connecticut. By the way, I will address this because a couple of people actually asked this. Someone said, "Why didn't you stay at your condo?" Right, your old condo.
Now, I've seen so many people say this, even in detractor circles, and even I think it's a little silly to say that because it's obvious that it's probably empty. the stuff that he had that was there, he took out, or that he left there for his aunt. His aunt took it out. I mean, I kind of assumed it was not furnished. So I don't know why people thought that that place was furnished. But, I mean, I guess with the aunt, but I doubt it.
There's nothing there. There's no bed. There's no couch. There's no furniture. There's nothing in the condo. It's empty. When I moved out, my aunt moved in. All her shit went in there for a couple of years. Then my aunt moved out, and all her shit got moved out. The whole thing is empty. And nothing, by the way, nothing works either. The air conditioner's broken. Like, nothing works in that condo. So where you sleep on the floor?
You don't really need the air conditioner in
that's
April.
why we were staying at a hotel.
I'm sorry, but you really don't need the AC in April in Connecticut. Like, you really don't. But okay.
Okay. All right. So, Monday. The big day. Kat's finally going to meet my parents. And we're going to, be doing things in Connecticut for the first day. Big day. So what's the first thing that happens? We wake up early in the morning. Why? Because the hotel we're staying at has a morning breakfast program that anywhere between 6:30 to 9 a.m. you could get free breakfast, and it's good. It's supposedly, we heard from all the reviews online, it's really good breakfast. Okay? But here's the thing. We're from the West Coast. 6:30 to 9 a.m. is actually 30.
Wait, she didn't take the last...
What?
His story sucks, man. His true story of the trip has no much unneeded details.
Thanks for the $1 tip, unknown. His story does suck, I agree. Very nice.
6 a.m. for us. So the good news is we were actually tired from the flight. So because we were tired from the flight...
I don't know, but he did say Mrs. Burnell in stream chat, though.
Actually able to eventually, after eating this disgusting, salty fucking Domino's pizza, we got to sleep, and we probably, I'd say, got about 4 to 5 hours of sleep. And then we had to get up for this breakfast in the morning, okay? So we get up, we go downstairs for the breakfast, and we were blown away at how good it was. It was, just to give you some example, tons of different kinds of bread and grain. So you have toast, croissants, Danish and pastries, bagels of all kinds of types, muffins, like anything you would want, okay? Then they had a fruit section. Melon, pineapple.
Oh, they had a buffet. Ugh.
Yogurts with granola, that kind of stuff.
Granola.
Scrambled eggs. And
you
two
know how many
breakfast
times he
meats.
said something positive during his trip
sausage
yet?
and
Food is positive,
sausage.
dude.
I don't know how to say it. 2 different kinds of breakfast sausage. Cereal, whatever kind of cereal you want, different cereal dispensers with milk, and a waffle maker. Now, Kat loves waffles. It's one of her favorite foods, and she was ecstatic that they had a waffle maker.
He talks like Kat is like she's so like she's from the streets or something. She loved waffles when she was a kid, but then she was homeless and she longed for waffles, and then she's like, waffles! Oh yeah, I guess she loves waffles more than DSP. I'm gonna get better.
And a waffle maker.
This is one. This is a good one. Dun 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 dun.
Now, Kat loves waffles. It's one of her favorite foods. And she was ecstatic that they had a waffle maker.
There it is. It looks like he's coming for someone. Coming for you.
So she made her own waffles in the morning.
Her own homemade
waffles.
waffle.
Just a little bit of like fruit. While I basically had like fruit and a bagel and some eggs. I went all out, and she was just doing like waffles and a little bit there.
Oh, but he's not a fat ass, by the way. He just went all out for breakfast.
So it was pretty good.
Went all out for breakfast, dude.
Breakfast. Breakfast for sure. Oh, and also coffee of all different kinds. They had like strong, light, all different varied coffees, and then they also had a fruit juice bar. So we actually like apple juice more than orange juice. So we each got an apple juice. They had orange juice, grapefruit juice. We got apple juice with that. So we had our breakfast. Very good. Very, very hit the spot. So we go back to our room. We call my parents. We're like, okay, we're now ready. We don't have a car yet at this point yet. Okay. Now we had the discussion with my parents. What are we gonna do? And I told my dad. I said, listen, Dad, I'm more than willing to drive your car. I don't want you to spend a ridiculous amount of money.
I love that he makes it sound like he's making a sacrifice. Dad, I will drive your car. I know, taking a big sacrifice, but yes, I'll drive your car. I'll take the hit. I'll take it for the team. I'll drive your car, Dad. I'll do it. Okay.
If you can't afford it, rental cars and stuff. I will.
Oh, he did that meme. Dad, I know it's a lot of money, but I can drive your car. I know it's a lot of money, Dad. I know it's a lot of money, but I could drive your car. I could do it. I don't want to put you out.
Drive your car around for the week. I'm okay with that. But he said no. I'd rather have his car for emergency, because God forbid, what if my mom got hurt or something? Falls or something. He needs to have the car.
Why would he need the car? You can't call the ambulance? Like, I love that he has all these excuses. Like, this is a lot of excuses for why things can't be the way that they are. They can't do this. They can't go to the airport because they might fall and break their backs and die, whatever, because apparently airports, if you die, if something happens to you at the airport, no one will do anything for you, I guess, which is weird, but okay. If they don't have a car, I guess they can't go to the hospital, even though you could call an ambulance. That's kind of why they are there. Like, if there's a medical emergency, they can help you, but no, dude, you can't do that. They need the car. They need it.
So they got us a rental car, but we had to get to the rental car place. So the way that it was going to work was my parents were going to pick us up from the hotel, drive us to the rental car place.
I mean, the rental car makes sense. I mean, it's fine, but it's kind of
to get our rental car, and then Kat and I were going to drive around Connecticut, go to their place, hang out with them for a bit, go get them.
And by the way, why does his parents have only one car? Why? Don't they have two cars? One for the dad, one for the mom? You only had one car? Okay.
License on Monday, so we have the marriage license in hand already, so there's no delays with that. We were also going to go get supplies for the hotel room, go to their place, hang out with them for a bit, go get the marriage license on Monday. So we have the marriage license in hand already, so there's no delays with that. We were also going to go get supplies for the hotel room, drinks, snacks, food, etc. And then we were going to spend some more time with my parents and have dinner with my parents on Monday. And then we were going to go back to the hotel room at night. Okay? So, my parents drive to pick us up. And I jumped the gun. I call my parents to say, okay, we're ready. It's like maybe 9:15, 9:30. Kat is finishing up her makeup and everything for the day. We figure, okay, so my parents say, okay, we'll be there in about an hour. This was like a 9:30 in the morning. We'll be there in about an hour. All right. Now, a little thing I need to tell you guys about my parents. Not exactly tech savvy. My dad knows computers, uses computers for work, emails. My mom knows nothing. Doesn't use computers.
The dad uses technology, but he's not savvy. Okay.
Doesn't use internet at all. Doesn't know much or anything about any of it. Okay. Do my parents have cell phones? Yes. They are the cheapest cell phones you can get. The government cell phones that you get if you don't pay for your own. The government will give you a free cell phone. That's
they have
what they have. Their cell phones don't have texting and don't have internet. They basically are just for making phone calls, and they don't use them. Every time I've ever tried to call my parents on their cell phones, it goes to voicemail. It's always off. The only way I can reach my parents is calling them at home when they're home. Good thing is they are home a lot. But if I ever I need to reach my parents for an emergency and I can't get them at home, I just can't get them. There's no way to contact my parents at all. Okay.
Okay. This is a little weird, but okay.
So, my parents say they're coming in an hour. So it was 9:30 in the morning. So Kat, I'll get done, finishes her stuff up. We get dressed up. We're ready to go. We got our stuff.
We gotta go.
Ready
to go.
They're not there. Okay.
Okay.
Wonder what's going on. 10:45.
I love the
11 a.m. They're not here.
the
Okay,
fatherly
they're half an hour late.
story
All right, what
time
the hell?
voice.
Call the house. Call the house. Ring, 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 ring. No answer. Okay, they're out. They're at least in the car, right? So that's a good sign. But I wonder where the hell they are. Waiting.
I know where they are.
15.
These
11:30.
inflections.
They're now an hour late. What the hell is going on? So
What's
I said,
going on?
I'm nervous.
I'm
Did my
nervous.
parents get into a car wreck or some shit? What happened?
Oh my
So
God.
what am I gonna do? Well,
If they went to a car wreck, you probably get a call.
I
but-
happen to have my mom's cell phone number stored. I had literally never called it before because I know she doesn't answer her phone. I call the phone. She actually picks up. Oh, holy shit. Thank God I called. So my parents had driven by.
Oh, okay. So, from what I gather from the story, it's like they don't pick up their cell phones when they're at home. They pick up the home number, but when they're away, the mom picks up the cell phone. I wonder if it's because they want to use the cell phones when they're out of the house, and want to use the house phone when they're in the house. I don't know. I have to run it by the I'd run it by Cleo. Cleo will tell me. She'll figure it out.
By the road that our hotel was at 3 times already, but never turned. For some reason, because at the corner of the street it said Red Roof Inn, where we weren't staying. We weren't staying at the Red Roof. We were staying at another hotel. Remember I told you there were 3 hotels right next to each other on that road.
Can't tell
They
us
just
the
thought that
name.
was the Red Roof Inn road. So they were driving up and down the street, past the hotel room, or the hotel road.
By the way, I want to highlight how dumb it is that he doesn't give us the hotel name. By the way, because this is very easy to find out which one it is just by what he told us. It's a hotel that shares the driveway. The sign shares the driveway with another one. On the other hotel is called Red Roof Inn. There's 3, but one of them shares like a driveway for their sign. So if I really wanted to, I could find out what the hotel is just by chance, I guess. So I kind of don't know what the point is of not telling us that, but okay. Whatever you say, Dark.
Like multiple times. Is that it? I don't know. Is that it? I don't know. Is that it? I don't know. And they don't have a phone that has GPS because they're using the government phones. So they have no internet to tell them this is the road. So they're just driving back and forth, back and forth. So fine. Cactus God says they drove for an hour and never called me. Yup. They drove for an hour, lost, and they were too embarrassed to call me. So thank God I called them. I was like, that's the road. Turn. So they turn in, and finally they get to us. They pick us up. Thank God. After an hour of waiting, wondering what the hell my parents are, they finally get us. Okay?
Okay.
So, no, they weren't using a physical map either. My dad had like MapQuest. I don't think MapQuest existed. Probably like Google directions. But with no GPS, and there was apparently no street sign, they didn't know that was the right road. So they pick us up. They say, okay, well, we got a surprise for you. Rather than us just getting you to your rental car, let's go to get your marriage license now. Let's just get this out of the way so you have it, and that way you could spend the rest of your day doing whatever you guys want to do rather than having to do this annoying busy work. Okay, but the thing is, we were going to get married at my parents' house. My parents live in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Uh-oh.
I doubt many of you have ever been
Uh-oh, Bridgeport, guys. Uh-oh.
to Bridgeport, Connecticut, at least in the last decade. Bridgeport, Connecticut is a ghetto. It used to be nice. There was a one time when Bridgeport, Connecticut was very, very nice. And, you know, everything was kept up. Literally what Bridgeport has become is a place where there used to be industry and businesses, and they all left. And you have empty, burnt out buildings. You know, really bad people who...
Bad people, guys. Uh-oh.
do very bad things.
Very bad things like sell weed. Dun dun dun.
All the time, but my parents refused to move. You know, as I was getting older, living in Bridgeport, I was seeing all my neighbors leave and move out.
Believe?
And all bad elements kind of move in. And I was like, this ain't good. You know, what the hell am I still doing here? That's why I moved to the condo, and that's why I moved across the fucking country to get the fuck out of there while my parents stayed there. So we had to drive.
I think I said this in the last video, but I always think it's funny that when people are like, oh, DSP, why did you sell your house to pay these big taxes and all this stuff? Why didn't you move to a place that's smaller? No, this house has a lot of memories, dude. I finally making a life here with Kat, my girl, my wife, and I can't afford to lose this house. We have so many memories here. It's our life. His parents live in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and they had a kid there. They put him through school there. They did all this stuff there. Why do you move out of your house, guys? Why are you still there? Yeah, it's so stupid. Man, it's almost like they like their house.
Through the worst part, I'm not even exaggerating, we drove 1 block away from where my friend T was gunned down and murdered when I was a kid. This is where my dad takes my bride-to-be.
She could have died!
This is where he takes her first trip through Connecticut. Let's go through the worst fucking parts. So we're driving through these streets that look like a fucking demilitarized zone. You got a house where it's burned out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there are, like, low-end places of Connecticut. It's not like, I mean, yeah, Connecticut is a rich state, well, whatever, but it doesn't mean that everything in Connecticut is nice and dandy. But, I mean, I wouldn't say these low-income places look like demilitarized zones. That's a little ridiculous. That's a little ridiculous.
All the windows are smashed out, and there's people fucking smoking pot on the front porch.
Oh, God, pot? Oh, my God. Guys, Kat had to see that. She had to see people getting high. The worst. The worst, guys. I don't know how she survived. Weed is deadly. You've seen the commercials.
The house, and you got guys that look like straight up gangsters walking down the fucking street in front of us, and you got people honking.
Gangsters are walking down the street. Yo, what's up? Oh no!
Honking at each other, getting into accidents and shit.
What? What?
People fucking smoking pot on the front porch of the house, and you got guys that look like straight up gangsters walking down the fucking street in front of us, and you got people honking at each other, getting into accidents.
Yes, they're doing beep beep, bang 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 bang. That's how Connecticut is. They do that, guys. It's scary, guys. Very scary. They're all crazy.
And there's people fucking smoking pot on the front porch of the house. And you got guys that look like straight up gangsters walking down the fucking street in front of us. And you got
this is how gangsters walk. Gangsters walking down. The gangster walk. Wait, did they? It was like, hold up. Maybe it was like this, like it was like this, guys. This is how the gangsters walk. Okay. That's how they walk. That's the gangster walk, dude. You learn something new every day.
people honking at each other, getting into accidents and shit right in front of us. And Kat's in the car like, she's never seen nothing like that before. She's like, she's gonna piss herself. She's like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, be calm. As long as we stay in the car and keep moving, we'll be all right.
Well, I don't know. If they're beeping horns and crashing, I don't know. I don't think you're safe in the car. It sounds like you're more safe out of the car.
My whole life, you know, we're gonna be all right. My dad just fucking drives through all these areas all the time. But, you know, just to give you some perspective, in front of the building that we need to go in to get the marriage license, there are, I guess, hobos,
I guess, huh?
lined about the sidewalk with piles of clothes and their belongings blocking the sidewalk into the fucking building that we need to go in to get the marriage license. So we're like stepping over piles of clothes and shit to get inside the building to get our marriage license. It's like, what the fuck is going on? So we get inside, and tell the receptionist what we're there for. Okay, it's through that door as long as you have, it's $50 for a marriage license. And as long as you have your ID.
Yeah, a little weird. Oh, okay, Leah, we go to my parents. Alright, Kat, let's go to my parents. Oh my god, Phil, they're smoking weed over there. Dude, wait, what if we got it all wrong? We all think, like, Dark Svidel is the racist one? What if Kat is the one? What if Kat's the one that was freaking out over nothing? DSP saw someone smoking weed, and he's just like, okay, whatever. And Kat's like, oh my god, he's smoking weed? Oh my god. Phil, I can't be here. He's smoking weed. I can't be here. These guys are deadly. They got guns. We gotta stay back.
You're ready to pay today, and you have the name of the justice of the peace that's going to marry you, which, by the way, I'll get to because it's interesting.
I can't get over that fucking story because that sounds so ridiculous. Even, like, there's a place where I live, like, I go a little bit further down, and it's, like, into a, whatever, and there is, like, I went to a Domino's Pizza one time because I was hungry, and I was like, oh, whatever, I'll get something from Domino's, and I had a coupon for Domino's as well, and the place that I was ordering had bulletproof glass. And I was like, oh, it has bulletproof glass. Well, it is what it is. And then I just left because they were taking too long. But they literally had, like, bulletproof glass. I was like, alright, well, I'm out of here. Because, it was also, like, the coupon was, like, for large pizza. I was like, I don't eat fucking large pizza. I'm, like, a little guy. Eating a large pizza is a lot of food. I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that. Because I had to buy a large pizza to get another large for free. So we'd have 2 large pizzas. Look at me. Do you think I could eat 2 large pizzas? How could you, Theo? That's not authentic Italian. Well, I'm Greek, Mabel, so it doesn't matter to me. Leftovers? Yeah, but I don't really like leftover pizza that much. But, whatever. But even then, it's like a lot of pizza. I mean, by the time I would get to, like, the second pizza, it would have gone bad, so.
That's because of politics. Now, I'm not going to tell you people anything about the politics of my family, but basically because my dad used to be into politics, he knew a justice of the peace who was the...
Wait, what?
My dad's because... And, you're ready to pay today, and you have the name of the justice of the peace that's going to marry you, which, by the way, I'll get to because it's interesting. The justice of the peace is a friend of my dad's because of politics. Now, I'm not going to tell you people anything about the politics of my family.
Didn't his dad, like, have a political office? Didn't he hold an office?
But basically, because my dad used to be into politics, he knew a justice of the peace who was the same political party, and therefore the justice of the peace was going to come do this nice ceremony for us at my parents' house. So we had this justice of the peace already, their name and everything. So we go into the office and sit down, wait, had to fill out some paperwork, pay the $50. The whole thing to get the marriage license probably took 35 minutes tops. We weren't the only person there to get it, by the way. There were a few other people who got marriage licenses.
Wow, other people got marriage license? That's weird. It's like people get married every day. Weird.
Then we left. We went back out to my parents, who were waiting outside for us. And then they drove us...
the tax guy?
To the place to get the rental car. Again, my dad drives us through the worst parts of town again. It's like... So again, Cap...
That's Cat. That's DSP doing Cat. But okay, so let's even go down the rabbit hole of let's say that Bridgeport is a bad neighborhood, let's say Bridgeport's dangerous, deadly place, stoners run amok, dangerous place. Okay. So what was he expecting his dad to do? He can't really go anywhere else. How he has to drive through that place. Like, first off, if they had to go there to get the marriage certificate, how else is he gonna get there? He has to go through these dangerous parts where people are crashing their cars around. Like, yeah, the thing about that's a little weird is that if these people are in, like, low-income areas, because that's the ghetto, dude, wouldn't they be a little more, like, careful with their cars? I mean, I don't think they want to keep spending money on fixing their car, but whatever. Okay.
Look at buildings that, like, destroyed buildings and everything. You know, it just looks terrible. Oh my God. All right. This is something that if you have been on the East Coast and the West Coast.
And by the way, she's in Michigan. She's from Michigan. You're telling me a woman from Michigan has never seen dilapidated buildings before? Dude. Does Kat know what's going on in Michigan? Was she, like, aware of Flint, Michigan, and the shit's been going on with Flint, Michigan? Does Kat know about that? I think someone should tell Kat that there's shit going on in Flint, Michigan. Because, I mean, it seems like that she would... Maybe the drug she's on, like, made her not see what Michigan was. Yeah, maybe that's what happened. She didn't know. She was on drugs, dude. That's the only thing I think could make sense, because, I mean, Michigan, even from, like, what I heard, it doesn't sound like a happy place. It wasn't, like, a place full of, like, rich people and all that. It seems like, you know, Michigan kind of has a lot of issues. I mean, there's the Flint, Michigan with the water that's still contaminated with lead and shit. There's, I think it also has a you know, decent crime rate, too. Like, I think it's up there, too, but, yeah, she never seen crime before? Okay. Think we have confused the game.
The roads. Out here in Washington State, this is actually one of the most nicely upkept states in the entire country. It's actually one of the last states that was formed. So, because of that, all the infrastructure is relatively new, and that's a relative term. When I say new, probably the roads here were put in within the last 100 years. In Connecticut, those roads were put in like 200-300 years ago, and of course they changed, they repaved different ways and things. So, those roads are shitty. They're falling apart. They're potholes.
Wow. Okay.
Everywhere. And you're driving, like, we're in the back seat of my...
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of potholes in Connecticut. I mean, I've driven past some and accidentally driven through some, but they literally, it's not that much. There's not that many potholes. Think Detroit from RoboCup, that's Michigan right now. You're telling me that DSB came to your neck of the woods and he didn't throw an egg and track him down? I have a full-time bun! Spriggs, I can't fucking abandon Cleo to say hello to DSP. I had a life here with Cleo. I can't disrupt that for him. Come on.
My parents' car to go. My dad says, so how was the flight? Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, he shook his tits too. He's like, oh yeah, man, oh. It's really not, what?
And it's terrible. They drive on that shit all the time. That's what I had to used to drive on when I lived there. Fucking shit, man. It's really bad. So, finally, we get to the rental car place, okay? Now, Kat and I, had reserved the car, but the way that rental car places work in the modern era is unless you actually are paying for the car, you can't actually prepay. Now, my dad was paying for the car for us, so nothing could be paid up front. So we arrive at the rental car place, and I think we had told them we were going to try to get there by, like, noon, but we were there at, like, 2. And the guy's, like, flabbergasted that we're 2 hours after the time. Oh, you guys are a little late. I'm going to...
No, this is also funny because he's shitting on that guy for expecting him to be there at 12, but his parents were late for picking him up, like, they were there for an hour. Oh my god, where's my mom? Where's my dad? Oh my god, did they get to a car? I must call them. Mom, where are you? That guy, hey, you're 2 hours late. Oh, he's giving me shit for being late for 2 hours? What the fuck, man? Okay.
I have to see what kind of cars we have left. I'm like, left? I fucking reserved the car. I reserved the car. It should be here. Apparently, that's not how rental car places work. If when you reserve a car, it's not even guaranteed.
There's literally a Seinfeld episode about it. How does he not know even the meme of rental cars having a hard time reserving a car? It's a literal, like, plot point of Seinfeld. Okay.
The general time frame, and if someone else comes, they could take your car. So anyway, we ended up getting a mid-range sedan. You know, it's probably like the cheapest car that they had besides like a tiny itty-bitty little shitty compact car or whatever. And it's very, very similar to the car that I drive at home. So that was good. That was very similar.
Oh, it's a shitty car.
Not many differences.
I was like, oh, that's a shitty car. It's the same car I am driving now. But I thought you loved that car. He was like, hold on, let's hear that again.
Shitty compact. Anyway, we ended up getting a mid-range sedan. You know, it's probably like the cheapest car that they had besides like a tiny itty-bitty little shitty compact car.
Oh, that car was shitty, not the
super. And it's very, very similar to the car that I drive at home.
Never mind.
So that was good. That was very similar. Not many differences.
Never mind. I take that back.
So, check this out. Check this out.
Check it out. Check it out.
We get there, and he quotes one price to my dad. My dad agrees to the price. Sign here, 6 signs. My dad says, all right, well, you know, he's going to get the car. I'm out of here. I'm going to take your mom home. Come by, you know, because what we told my dad is what we'll do is let's go grab some, we'll do a supply run. We'll buy some drinks and snacks for the room. Then we'll come by to your house. We'll spend a few hours with you. Then we'll go back to our place to unload all our stuff. And then maybe we'll have dinner together or whatever.
Unload stuff?
So this is what we're going to do.
Wait. He arrived there Sunday night. He was going to go to a supply run. Drop off the stuff there, go to his parents, then come back to the hotel room to unload what? What? Okay.
So, my dad leaves. We wait 25 minutes. That's not an exaggeration. And I had, well, no, Kat had to piss really bad. No public bathroom at this rental car place. The guy finally drives up in a car. I'm like, Jesus Christ, where did he go? Did he go cross town to fucking get a car from another rental car place? He drives it up. Finally, we're getting ready to take the car. Oh, one last thing, sir. Forgot to tell you about insurance on the car. I'm like, why are you telling me? My dad's paying for it. Oh, I forgot. But here's all the insurance offers that we offer on you. You could get the minimal coverage. You could get the maximum coverage. You could do this. He's quoting me 100 prices. I'm like, I'm not paying for any of this. You should have said this to my father before he left. And what it is, the guy purposely waited for my dad to fucking leave for him to try to now get me to buy additional shit. Right?
What?
So I basically said to the guy,
okay,
I don't know legally anything about this in the state of Connecticut. I don't know if it's required or not. I'm not paying for it, therefore the least possible. Oh, okay, the least...
What?
Insurance possible. That's this one right here. It's $20 a day. So it still ended up being like an additional...
He literally told the guy, I don't know the laws here. I don't know. Yeah, you should tell that to a person that's trying to sell you stuff, because they're gonna obviously respect you and not try to weasel money out of you. Volunteering a little too much information there, Dark.
$100. Okay. Come to find out,
where's my daddy?
He lied. In the state of Connecticut, there's no insurance requirement on a rental car at all. You can actually...
Oh my god! He has an iPhone! He has an iPhone! He could literally be like, since this is a big thing, he'd be like, alright, let's see. Does Connecticut have a required rental car insurance policy? And find the answer. Instead, the guy who's trying to get him to buy the insurance plan, who has every motive to get that sale, I don't know if there's a law against insurance stuff. I don't know if I'm required. That guy probably saw fucking dollar signs on this guy. This is the ideal sucker. He lied to me. Whoa.
Without insurance. Of course, if you hit someone or someone hits you, now you're liable. It goes against your own personal car insurance policy that you own yourself. But he lied to me. He said, I'll give you the minimum and charge me $100, right? And then I find out I didn't need to get it.
This is literally like the meme from Arrested Development Season 4, where Tobias and Lindsay go buy a house, and the guy there's like, well, you know, you don't need a gated community, but, you know, you can always get one just so you can have it. Oh, you know, this house has like 5 bedrooms, and you know, there's only 3 of you. You know, but you know, the extra 2 rooms, just have it. Just to have it, yeah, you know? That way you can have it. You know, that way you can have it. Amazing. You want insurance on a rental car, but I mean, why didn't he just borrow his parents' car? Wes, if his mom falls down the stairs, they need a car. Wes, what are you talking about? His parents need a car in case something happens. Hello? But the thing is that, yeah, you know, I would probably get insurance on a rental car. You never know what's gonna happen. But, I mean, if you're gonna be fucking frugal about it and not want to buy insurance, you know, maybe you shouldn't be such an idiot.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, Wes, but apparently ambulances don't go to Bridgeport. There it is. Ambulances don't go to Bridgeport. It's too dangerous, dude. It's a dangerous neighborhood. People smoke on the street. They can't go there. Come on.
So the guy was a fucking dickhead, basically. Okay? So, we ended up getting the cheapest insurance, which I believe, from the way he explained it, it covers just you. So if you wreck your car, you know, it covers your personal health and the people in the car, and it gets the car repaired. It doesn't cover anything for the other person. So if I rear-ended someone, I'd be responsible to pay for their shit. But it would at least cover me and my stuff, okay? All right. So, then we got the car. We drove over to a couple of the local areas that I used to frequent when I lived in Connecticut. In fact, we went...
Spriggs, Uber has untrained drivers. They could die, okay? Uber drivers might fuck around and drive off a cliff, okay? At least a BMW for a week. Yeah, probably.
Went to the grocery store that I used to go to. It's called Big Y. It's only local to, like, Connecticut and other places.
Big Y. Big Y was... Oh, I don't know. Because, like, I know when I was growing up, I didn't have Big Y. I had something else, and then it became Big Y.
Down there, it's a local chain. And we went in there, and I showed Kat around Big Y, and we ended up getting a few... You know, we got, like... I think we got a thing of banana bread, that we could...
Yeah, look, this is Big Y, a grocery store. Wow, grocery store. Wow, is this where all the Connecticutans go to get food? Yeah, Kat, they go to Big Y. And they go to Whole Foods, but Big Y is Connecticut, dude. Connecticutans go here. This is where Connecticutans eat. You can find natural Connecticutans shopping in the Big Y environment.
In the room, we got some bottled water. She got a few, like, drinks with, I think it's like water with flavoring or something in it, something like that. You know, just basic stuff for the room that we knew we would need. We need toothpaste because we had travel toothpaste. We bought a full thing of toothpaste for the week. Our travel toothbrushes.
Really? He got, okay.
Awful. They hurt our teeth and gums. So we bought a couple real toothbrushes.
What?
We need toothpaste because we had travel toothpaste. We bought a full thing of toothpaste for the week. Our travel toothbrushes were awful. They hurt our teeth and gums.
They hurt our teeth.
So we bought...
If you brush your teeth and it hurts to brush your teeth, you might have bad teeth. Yeah, you might want to start brushing more.
A couple real toothbrushes, you know, basics, nothing crazy. We knew this was my parents' money. We weren't gonna go crazy, but we just bought very basic stuff for the room that we knew we were gonna need. For
my teeth.
All right, so then we go to my parents' house for the very first time. And
very nice.
Like I said, it's hilarious because you look at this place from the outside. The yard is nice and everything is nice. The house looks really nice. And then you look across the street and down the street and it looks like a different world. Like I said, my parents' house is the only house in that neighborhood that's nice. Everyone else's house is decrepit and falling the fuck apart. It's like I said, it's a ghetto. It really is.
His parents are really dumb. They invested in their own house. What idiots. They should have left the house the way that everyone else's houses looked. Stupid parents. Come on. What the fuck? You want your house to look nice? Ugh, idiots.
But my parents' house is nice. So we go inside, and the entire house is decked out with all these decorations. Not wedding decorations, but like, my parents love cats. So cat statues, cat stuff hanging from the ceilings, decorations on banisters. Like, the whole house is decorated beautifully. And I said to my mom,
beautifully?
Actually, we do, but in particular, we kind of went all out this week for the wedding. You know, we want the house to be really nice for when we have guests and everything, and, you know, you're going to be here or whatever. So that was very nice of my mom and dad to decorate the house nicely for our visit.
Okay.
But immediately we notice the entire house smells like cigarettes. My mom is smoking, and both Kat and I hate that. You know, I grew up with it. I was in that house.
Oh my god, screw the fuck up. Oh my god, they're smoking. It smells like smoke. Oh my god, guys. Smoke. Oh. Kat and I hate it. Oh. Oh my god. I had a friend who literally stopped hanging out with me because my dad smoked, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck over it. It's kind of shitty that, but that's a whole other story. That's a whole other thing. But it is what it is.
My mom, her whole life, cool, mild. Sadly, that's the reason why she's got bad health right now.
Look, she has bad health. She smokes. See, that's why she's in bad health right now. He sounds like he's bragging about it. Why the fuck are you bragging about your mom having bad health? My mom, she smokes and she has bad health. That's why she has bad health. Kat and I, we don't smoke, and look at us. That's cool. I mean, should I brag about how my mom used to smoke and then she stopped smoking and she's fine? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe we should all brag about our parents.
And that, you know, her lungs could go on her any day because she smoked her whole fucking life, and no, we all tried to tell her.
Oh yeah, her lungs are just gonna stop working because of smoke, because that's how it works. There's a lot of other issues than your lungs stop working, but what? Okay.
You gotta stop. The research is out there that it's awful.
The research is out there. That's been out there for like 20 years. It's out there, Mom. I think at this point she probably doesn't care. I mean, she is 60 years old. I kinda don't think people who are that old care about it. Just saying.
You could get cancer, you could get fucked up. She didn't ever want to listen to anyone. She just does whatever she wants, and she wanted to smoke. So she's smoking in the smoke.
She smokes. Oh my god, he's one of those people. The people who complain about smoke and all that, like, you know, you go to a restaurant and you're just like, oh, excuse me? Can you please put that cigarette out? Oh, we're trying to eat here. Okay, why are you smoking?
Whole house. And it's just a shame. The house is beautiful. It's nicely decorated, but it smells like a fucking dirty ashtray. And like, what a shame. What a shame.
This is literally like a fucking truth commercial. This person's mom has a nice house, but you can't enjoy it because of the smell of cigarettes. Truth. Yeah. Now, I bet all of you want to stop smoking now. Think it's fun and games? Little do you know, you have a nice house that's ruined by smoke.
Of a place, man.
Pig truth.
So, you know, we go into the house and we meet the cats. Now, I admit, I had never remembered meeting Sammy before.
I knew it. I knew we would get the meme. I apparently met Sammy before? Apparently. I don't remember. I wonder why he doesn't remember. He puts on Instagram, oh, first time meeting Sammy. They say, no, you met him in a video. Oh shit, they remembered Leanna. Apparently, oh my god.
But as I posted up a picture of Sammy on my Instagram, people had told me that I had met Sammy. I don't even remember meeting Sammy the cat. I remember the other two cats, because my parents have 3 cats. One's name is Boo Boo. That's the oldest cat. That cat has been there for over 15 years. Used to be my cousin's cat. My cousin, sadly, has a lot of fucking personal problems. Has been in jail many times. And basically
personal problems. She's been in jail. What a great family member. He just gives everyone this unneeded information. Do we really need to know that your cousin went to jail?
One of the times she was going to a hole or something, basically my
Wow.
mom took in her cat. My cousin didn't take care of the cat in the first 2 years that it lived, and the cat ended up having fucked up head, fucked up problems. This is a cat. I'm not even exaggerating. The cat's nice, and you're petting it, it purrs, then turns, fucking scratches your hand for no reason. I was petting you, you liked it, and then and it happened to me. I was like, hi, boo-boo, I'm petting her. Man, claws my fucking hand and draws blood. And
I don't think that the cat likes you then. If that's how quickly it scratches you, I don't know. Cat has mental issues, dude. It's a detractor.
I'm like,
Boo Boo World Order.
gee, yeah, how do you do to you too? Jesus Christ. So then there's another cat called Kitty, and this cat is
And by the way, it's a fucking cat. What were you expecting? I mean, I spent time with my aunt's cats when I was a kid, and the cat tried to scratch me all the time. Literally, like, I remember, like, the cat would, like, I would kind of go up to, the cat's name was Athena, by the way. I remember this cat. This cat, I love that cat. I wanted to love the cat. I wanted to. But Athena was being a little fucking bitch about it. And it was like, oh, it's that human. Scratch all over. Terrible cat. She was a bully. Bully cat. Not okay. But it's a fucking cat. They're cats.
all white cat with blue eyes. And this is a cat that was a baby of a stray cat that my parents took in at one point and had kittens. And they kept one of the kittens and named it Kitty. And the mother sadly was lost. The mother used to live in the basement and they used to let it out, be an outdoor cat. One day never came home. So that cat has disappeared completely. Okay. This cat Kitty is like a ghost. This cat goes around the house, but you never see it. She's fast, elusive, and doesn't like people. The only person who she interacts with is my mom, and anyone else goes near her, she runs away. So even my dad's like, I never touched her. I can't touch that cat. That cat runs away from everyone. So that's Kitty. Then the third cat, Sammy. Now Sammy is the love bug cat. This cat is fat, not gonna lie, he's fat like Garfield, but he loves everyone. He rubs you, he purrs, so Cat and I sit down on the couch. He comes right up and wants to play, so we're petting him or whatever. He jumps on my lap. Now, this cat weighs like 25 pounds. He jumps on my balls. I'm like, oh! What a silly cat. And he just lays right down on my lap, and we're both petting him, and he goes to sleep. Goes to sleep on my lap.
Wow,
It's pretty
dude.
funny.
It's a cat.
So yes, this is still day one, Safe Space Invaded. This is Monday. This is Monday of the trip. I told you this is going to be a long podcast. There's a lot to talk about, okay? So...
This cat's so lovable, but I don't remember meeting the cat. I met Sammy before? I guess I did.
We're petting Sammy. You know, my parents are talking to Cat and getting to know her a little bit. It was a nice time, okay? It was a nice
I like
time.
how that's the only time Cat could talk to his parents. She couldn't talk to him on the phone at all. It's like a it's like a hostage situation. It's like Cat got kidnapped, and like his parents are in on it, so they're like, "Oh, how's the captive, Phil? She's good. Cat likes waffles, dude. Okay, well, you should come visit us." They take Cat. How are you doing, Cat? Doing good. I really love being with Phil. Yeah, you love being with Phil, yeah. Remember, that's your husband right there. This is your life, your new life. Yeah.
And in general, we spent maybe another hour. So I think it was like around 4 or 5 p.m. And the thing is, again, time's all screwed up. So Kat and I had eaten early in the morning at like 8 a.m.
Like normal
it's like
people?
almost 4 or 5 p.m. We're starving. Our stomach's like, oh, so...
Wow, that's like how you're supposed to be. Like, you're supposed to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Wow, crazy. Apparently you're supposed to have 3 meals a day. Odd.
hungry. So we went to Vinny's Pizza.
Vinny's
My God.
Pizza.
Vinny's Pizza.
Vinny's.
is
I never heard of
a
Vinny's,
East
by the
Coast
way.
Pizzeria in Connecticut, local, run by Italians. 100% Italians working in there. all people from, some of them from the old country. Vinny,
the old country. The
And,
old country.
You know,
Okay.
very good at what they do. Their pizza is top notch, and I've said this for the rest
Mamma
of my
mia!
life. I will compare all other pizza I eat to Vinny's pizza because this is the pizza I grew up with. It's New York style, Brooklyn style pizza. It's got that crust that's crunchy, but when you pick up the pizza, it's a little floppy, so you gotta fold the slice to eat it. It's absolutely fucking mouth-wateringly delicious. I love it. Okay.
Oh, he has to take a sip.
So we go to Vinny's Pizza. Kat wanted to do something without meat because the night before the stupid Domino's pizza we had gotten had meat on it and it was terribly salty. So she's like, I want nothing salty. So we ended up getting
guys. She had to eat meat.
A margarita pizza. Now margarita pizza is basil, tomatoes,
Margarita pizza is like basic bitch pizza, but cheese. Okay.
Now mozzarella typically, but you know depending on where you get it, there's variations. So they, instead of American regular tomato, it's Roma tomatoes.
I don't know
which Italian style tomatoes. They cut, they put on this pizza. Kat and I are eating it. I'm like, this is such a great. It hasn't changed a bit since I've been here. And Kat's eating a pizza, and you can see her eyes are lighting up. Oh. She's eating this pizza.
Oh my god! What? Has she never eaten food before? Dude, like. I mean, I kind of get that with, like, fucking salmon and, like, fish. Oh my god, fish. Oh, I love fish, man. Fish is so good. Like, I can light up about fish all day. I love fish. You get, like, the fish, you gotta eat, like, you know, a portion of it. You gotta cut it out. Oh, man, it's so fucking juicy and smooth. And, oh, man. Fish and steak, best things. Then you have stuffed zucchinis. Oh, stuffed zucchini, forget about it. Forget about it. Stuffed zucchini, mwah, perfect. That is amazing. That is perfect food. You have stuffed zucchini. You have fucking stuffed grape leaves as well. Oh man. Oh.
Now normally she doesn't eat a lot. She's like, I want more. She's eating more pizza.
Dude, she usually watches her figure. Now she's getting fat, dude. Now she wanted to get fat, dude. Okay? Dude, I got it. Next year. So guys, you guys remember last year when I went to Connecticut? Well, you know that I was saying that she was eating all that food and eating all that pizza and was like lighting up? Well, guys, in reality, Kat's wasn't fat. Now I know you guys say, but Phil, she looked a little big, and you're right, dude. But I was actually lying to you because I have to keep it a secret. I want to keep stuff behind the scenes, you know. Now as I'm growing as a streamer, I realize not to give you full personal information. Okay? So, actually, Kat was pregnant. I know. Now you probably that goes into my other thing I was gonna reveal to you guys in this podcast. So I told you guys how we needed to get married, and we suddenly got married, right? Well, we got married because she got pregnant. So I've been keeping this from you guys for a year, a year, guys. I know this was a very good kept secret from me. I had to try so hard to not say it. I had to keep it secret so Kat would not, so we wouldn't get swatted while she was pregnant, because we didn't want us to get swatted. Then the cops come in and they pin Kat, my wife, to the ground. So we had to keep it from you guys. Now I know people are gonna say that I'm a scammer. Bullshit. I've been honest about everything else. I really need the money. My tax payment is come due, guys. The $17K has returned. There you go.
Go ahead. We got the pizza here. We ate almost the whole pizza. We had one slice left. We went to town on this fucking pizza. My mom got a pizza, half broccoli, half onions. That's what she likes, veggies. And my dad ended up getting
She likes veggies. Cat doesn't like meat. Okay. Fellas, if eating can confirmed. Dude, DSPS has some pretty odd kinks. If you ask me. I mean, does watch him play Street Fighter 2, and when he picks E Honda.
Telly with broccoli pasta, which is a traditional Italian dish. It's a special kind of pasta with broccoli and like olive oil and stuff all seasoned. So this is what we ate. And my God, dude, I'm glad we got it because I missed it. And again, there's other pizzas that are good. Don't get me wrong. But Vinny's will always be.
Dude, I was trying to say this in like on Twitter and everywhere else, but dude, I think DSP is trying to felify Cat. You know that episode of Malcolm in the Middle where Hal was drugging Lois so that she would get a big butt? I remember the episode where he would kind of like give her little extra drugs, whatever it was. That's DSP. DSP is Hal. DSP is doing stuff to Cat, like, oh yeah, Cat, you gotta eat this, and then she gets big because, you know, DSP is a big boy, dude.
To me, like that is it. If I ever go back to Connecticut again, if Vinny's is still open, I gotta get Vinny's Pizza. That's like, it hits the spot. By the way, Vinny's Pizza, you can eat it. You know, it's not super grease pizza where you eat it and your stomach's like, oh, it's not like that. It's like you can eat it and it's so good. It's dangerous. You keep eating it because it's so fucking good, man. Oh, it's just so good. I took a picture. That's on my Instagram. If you guys want to see real East Coast pizza and know what it is, that's East Coast pizza to a T. And we loved it. Oh, my God.
Loved it. Oh.
All right. So.
Love that food more than Cat, TBH.
After that, said goodnight to my parents. We went back to their house for a little bit, said goodnight, and we went back to our hotel room. One thing I should really mention that's a really big positive. About our hotel room. So we had brought all this shit. I brought the laptop right here that I use for streaming. I brought a DVD player to hook up to it so we could hook that up to the TV, watch DVD movies.
Did you bring the Switch?
Because we didn't know what was going to be at the hotel. The TV in the hotel had Netflix and Hulu. So when we arrived, all we did
Whoa, you're telling me current year hotels have Netflix and Hulu? Whoa.
We logged in with our information, and every night we were able to watch shows that we would have been watching at home in the hotel room. It was perfect. I didn't have to ever touch my laptop or any of my shit. It stayed in the bag. We watched stuff on TV every night as if we were relaxing at home. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Look how happy he is that Netflix was able to work. He's so happy he was able to watch Netflix. Not spend time with his parents, not spend time... Like, this whole trip was just talking about how the plane sucked. Food, cats, food. Netflix, baby. Oh my God, Netflix.
Like, now we hope technology is advanced to the point where most, if not all, hotels now will have stuff like this. So that in the future, if we go anywhere, we don't ever have to bring anything with us, right? Why are you lugging around a fucking laptop and a fucking DVD players and shit?
DVD players?
Watch whatever you want because you have the on-demand services already. So that was really awesome, and that's what we ended up watching, every night basically when we were at this hotel, okay? So I see I've gone about 50 minutes. What I'm going to do is some shout-outs. I'm going to take another break. Then I'm going to start off with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The next segment will actually include the wedding. Okay.
Didn't he say that?
A few shout-outs before I go on my break. Oops, that didn't work. Okay. Let's see here.
Let's
see. Okay, so Papa Neek subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Papa Neeks, for the sub.
Oh shit, the banner got deleted.
Kegger Obsidian did a 50-bit chair. Says, why complain about the food for 5 minutes? Bring your own. So I don't know what he's talking about. I'm assuming when I really complained about the food was the food in the airport. You can't bring your own food. When you go to an American airport, the first thing you do is go through a security check, and you're forced to throw all your own stuff out. We were not able to eat or bring our own food and eat it in the airport or eat anything of our own on the flight. You had to buy something in the airport. So we got fooled and had terrible food.
We got food.
Your tax
dude.
guy tipped me $1. Says, why don't you call me your tax attorney or CPA anymore? Tax guy sounds way too formal. Because it sounds better to say tax guy. Because my accountant.
Because he doesn't have to. So he doesn't have to get people to call him out that he called him the wrong thing again.
He's basically my tax accountant. He's a CPA. He's all these things. But just saying tax guy summarizes everything nicely. Last Rambo cheered. He says, what are the names of the 2 hotels? You can use Deliveroo or Uber Eats to do delivery for any place that does not deliver past 9 p.m. You're right, Last Rambo. However, nothing was open. The problem was not that places wouldn't deliver past 9 p.m. Everything in Connecticut closes early on Sunday. So we were there 10 p.m. and the only business open was Domino's. So even Uber Eats, it wouldn't have mattered. What were we going to do? Oh, we flew to Connecticut. Let's get fucking McDonald's delivered, right? Everything else was closed. So.
Okay.
As for the names of the hotels, I'm not going to give you names of hotels and stuff. It doesn't add anything to the story, and it just causes problems. So.
Like, whoa, what's gonna happen? You're in Seattle now. Hey guys, last week, you had a guy who was a scammer stay in your hotel. Oh, okay. Okay.
Shout out to Insomniatic Meat, who did a 1,500-bit cheer. You're actually tied for top cheer. Sadly, you tied, so I'm not going to put you on the leaderboard. But he says, dude, big congrats. I'm happy for you. It's nice having someone to go through life with, to share the ups, the downs, the happiness, and the stresses. I wish you the best. Thank you very much. King of Golf HD, cheers, says, are gangsters common there? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Sardini tipped me $1. He says, why don't lobsters contribute to charity?
I got it. It's the Bun Gang. Big ups. The Cleo gang has spread their roots, dude.
Because they are shellfish. A cheesy joke pun. WWE Sniper tipped me $15. He says, the way you talk about Bridgeport reminds me of my life in upstate New York. Congrats on everything, Phil. I'm sure it's about the same. That's the funny misconception about Connecticut. Everyone thinks, oh, Connecticut is just a big rich place. It's not. In Connecticut, there's a very few, small amount of places where rich people live, and the rest of Connecticut is a ghetto. Or rural. Like, northern Connecticut is very rural. But where I live, ghetto. So, but thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. King of Golf HD, cheers. Did you ever own your own animals? I have a hedgehog named Rhoda.
Oh, I get it. No, I know what it is. You know how some people wear do-rags on their head? I know I probably sound silly saying that. Gangster attire, dude. Only gangsters wear that. Okay?
Yeah. Previously, I had hamsters. When I was younger, I had hamsters.
No, Leanna
I've
did.
had pets before. Big
Leanna
Superman Balls tipped me $4, and I'm laughing at the story. Laughing my ass off at the ghetto ride part. Talk forever. By the way, did you and Pat and Kat pass by the condo? Did you show her your old pad? And also, having parents with failing health is scary. It is. Like, I'm going to call my mom later today, and I might have bad news. I might have bad news. It sucks.
Oh my god.
Every week, and I got to get caught up with them and know what's going on with them.
Okay.
It sucks. But anyway, no, we did not go buy the condo. As I said, my old condo in Stratford, Connecticut is empty. There's nothing in it. If I walk in, there's 4 walls still, and walk out, there's no point in going there. We did not.
He could have been like, hey, Kat, this is where I used to live, you know? Back in the day, this and that. No, can't do that. He can't reminisce with Kat. No, that's stupid, dude. They need Netflix in that condo for him to go there.
Not go there. Ben Boxer Cheese said, what shows on Netflix or Hulu did you watch every night? We ended up watching a little bit of the veterinary show I talk about, Dr. Pole. We watched a little bit of that, but actually there was a show called Our Planet. It's a nature show.
Oh my gosh, this trash shows. They don't watch anything that has a story. Nothing has a story. Oh, you watched a show about animals and pets. These are such not dumb, I take that back, but just bland shows. Like, you don't watch anything else? He's paying for all these streaming services and he watches such boring shit on it. He's not gonna watch The Breadwinners. Good movie, by the way. I don't want to be on this. I don't want to call this Planet Home or whatever that movie's called. Doesn't want to venture out. No, we have to watch movies about animals and on our planet because that's it. I guess Kat really does not love violence at all. Okay. He should watch. No, he should watch High School Girl. He should watch High School Girl. Not High School. High School Girl on Netflix. It's about Street Fighter 2. Dude, he should watch it because it's everything he loves about Street Fighter, man.
Show on Netflix that just released, and we watched a lot of that while we were there. Ratchet Fan Timmy $5 says, I'm glad you're back, Phil. I'm with you. I hate secondhand
Paddleton.
smoke. Whenever someone's smoking in the drive-thru, I just give them a stern look. And Condo
Wait,
from
what?
Ratchet Fan Timmy $5 says, I'm glad you're back, Phil. I'm with you. I hate secondhand smoke. Whenever someone's smoking in the drive-thru, I just give them a stern look.
Ratchet Fan, find a bridge. Oh, you smoke? I give him a stern look because I'm a badass like Ratchet Fan who doesn't do streams with a mic and plays whatever games. Oh yeah, you show him, buddy.
And Condo from Connecticut tipped me $1. And he says, if someone tries to travel to America for tourism, what would you advise in terms of security, preparation, laptops, or pirated films? What do you think of Greenwich, Connecticut? Greenwich, Connecticut is in one of the incredibly rich parts of Connecticut that I've never even been to. And that's one of the places where all the rich celebrities live in gated communities. That's one of the reasons why Connecticut's so expensive, because they make so much money. They raise all the tax rates for the state up.
They live in a gated community. Doesn't he live in a gated community? Weird.
Because the per capita income on average is high. Well, in reality, it's like a couple hundred people who bring in all that money. Sadly, Connor from Connecticut, I don't have time in this podcast to give you tons of travel tips. And Akron TBK has subscribed to the channel. All right, it's time for a break, guys. We'll take about a 10-15 minute break, and then we'll be back with part 3, which is probably going to be the final part of this podcast, where I outline the rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I tell you about this tax situation, and then we adjourn. All right, thank you, guys. And if you're watching on stream, it'll be about a 10-15 minute break. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be a part 3. Thanks, everyone, for your support so far, and I'll see you in a few minutes.
Literally, wasted our time so he wouldn't have Q&A. He stalled his ass off. Nice, he included that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
But I want to see part 1. I want to see what he said about part 2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. Darkside Phil here. What we're going to do right now is take a break. If you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be a part 2. Definitely check that out. It's going to be the trip, me talking about the trip, okay? If you're watching on stream, it's going to be about...
Okay, so he didn't hype it up for that. Okay. All right, everyone. That is it for this part of the vlog. I know it kind of sucks I'm kind of doing the same part shit that DSP does, but I have stuff to do myself, dude. Sound good? So, I would like to thank all you guys for coming out, watching the stream, and having fun with me, because that's what's important here. So, thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time on a stream. It probably will be Friday, but Friday will be gameplay, so sadly, you're gonna have to wait. You might have to wait a little bit long to get to part 3. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get to Friday. We'll see what happens Friday. So, thank you guys for coming. I will see you guys next time, and have a great week and a great day. Alright, see you guys. Have a nice one.